Ladies and
Ladies and
gentlemen,
gentlemen,
ladies and
ladies and
gentlemen,
gentlemen,
other one.
other
How
one.
y'all doing? What's going
What's going
on?
on?
A lot of
A
echo.
lot
I
of
don't know
echo.
what's
I
going
don't know
on
what's going
already.
on already.
Hold on,
Can
let me.
anybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you,
Yeah, I
Tim.
can hear you, Tim.
Hold on,
Hold
testing,
on,
testing.
testing,
Testing.
testing.
Make sure this
Make
audio
sure this
good. I got like
audio
a
good. I got like
crazy
a
echo, so
crazy
let me see
echo.
who
So let
it
me
is.
see who it is.
All right, I don't know
All
who it
right,
is,
Is
but
it
I
on
don't know who it is,
mine?
but
it might be you,
it
Tim. Hold
might be
on.
you, Tim. Hold on.
Yeah, Tim, you got that crazy echo. Can y'all hear me? The rest of you, can you hear me real quick?
Got you.
All right, excellent. Yeah, Tim, you got like a serious echo, like serious. So I'm gonna try to unmute you. Maybe I gotta bring you down a little bit and see. But yeah, you still there. You still got a big echo. Anyway, what's going on, y'all? Fanatics Live for the fans, by the fans. Best night of the week, and you know why it's the best night of the week? Because Fanatics is on. Listen, man, my panel of experts are here. We have a lot to unpack, a lot to break down, and I know that they've had a whole week. Really, we had a little discussion on Saturday, broke some things down, talked about a lot, and I just want to get their thoughts. I also have a special guest with me. Let me see if I can get her on camera. Oh, she's camera shy right now, but
I'm just here to keep y'all under control. That's all.
she said she's there to keep us under control. Come into the camera so they can see you. I got a lady in the building. She got some insight as well into what we're gonna talk about. So I want to make sure that the ladies get their perspective as well. My mute button is ready tonight. I want discussion, but I don't want y'all to overtalk. I want you to share your perspective. But listen, man.
Just don't say nothing crazy, because otherwise, that's it. No, I'm just
playing. But listen. So I have salute to everybody that's on. Let me double check. Ruben, salute to you, man. Let me check, make sure your audio good.
Ruben. Bailey.
Oh, you know what? Go ahead, Bailey. Let me hear you now.
Can you hear me now? You unmuted me now?
I can hear you now, bro. Nice and clear, brother. How you doing? Salute to you.
Salute to you all. How y'all doing? Glad to see everybody. Let's get into these topics about these things we got to talk about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we got that. Salute to who else was on? David, salute to you, my brother. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I don't know if y'all can hear me because I hear y'all very low, and that's not usual. Thank y'all for having me on the show. Ready to go. We'll not be on here all night because my beloved Raiders played tonight in a playoff game to get to the Super Bowl. But the topics that we got to discuss, unreal, and I'm loving it. I'm ready to go.
I love it. I love it. Try how to go to the thing. Go to the chat. Yeah, man. Thank you, David. Salute. Lamar, how you doing, man? Salute to you, brother. Make sure you good. Lamar, can you hear me?
Unmute him.
No, he not mute. Oh, he muted. My bad. I thought I unmuted him. Go ahead, Lamar. Let me hear you, sir.
How's it going, everyone?
All's good, my brother. All's good. I had to mute just because we had echoes and stuff like that, so I want to make sure Tim is good. Let me see if I still Tim, I don't know what's going on. You got a crazy echo, brother. B. Clark, what's going on, sir? Salute to you.
Salute, man. Blessed, man. Hope y'all boys blessed, man. Proud to be here. Glad to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, we good, man. So we're going to break down exactly what we need to talk about. This is where we're starting at. Tell her it's in the chat. It's in the chat. So what we're doing right now, we're going to break down Coach Prime with him leaving last week for Jackson State. Been there 3 years. He put a lot of work in. It's a lot of great things that he's done. And it's kind of mixed feelings out there in the streets, man. Some people are excited about him leaving. Everything's about elevation and progression. And some people are not so happy. They feel like, I'm not going to say he sold Jackson State out or HBCUs, but they're just not happy. So, I'm going to start with my guy that came on first, because he actually, he live in the southern area as well. So I want to make sure that I get his insight. And then I'm going to start with the ladies when they come on. I know I got ladies, that's one in the building with me, and I got another one that's coming on. But Ruben, this is just to get your insight. So get y'all perspectives ready on how you feel everything went down, the impact it's going to have. and just what's your thoughts on it? Again, your opinion is yours. We may agree or we may disagree, but either way, it's your opinion. Ruben, the floor is yours, sir.
All right, now him leaving Jackson State isn't a bad thing. It's just like any other coach leaving a college to upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
He upgraded his status to do bigger and better things, I think, for the people. Until he shows me he's not for the people anymore, I'm glad for him. He went from making $300,000 a year to securing that bag at about $3+ million a year with incentives every year.
I thought it was 5. Is it 5?
Yeah, it's 5.
It's 5
million
five
a year?
plus incentives.
Oh yeah, it is 5. My bad.
Yeah, 5 plus incentives,
It's
brother.
29.5 million. It's 29.5 million. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
5. That's a huge pay advance.
That is true. That is true.
And I don't know any brother that's on this panel that will say, I'm leaving $5 million on the table from making $300,000.
It might be.
I don't know who would do that.
David is waving his finger. Hold on, David. I got you. I know you got a lot to say. Go ahead, Ruben. Continue. The floor is yours, sir.
So if you want to sit there and say you wouldn't, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm jumping on it. From $300,000 to $5 million a year, I'm gone. See ya. That don't mean I changed my color because I took the money. I just changed jobs. That don't mean that.
How do you feel? So let me ask you, let me pose this question, and then I'm leading in with whoever I talk to first. I'm kind of leading in with that question to you. So how do you feel? And then again, anybody else can respond. Y'all know, give me the finger. Let me know, not literally, but give me a finger so I know that y'all, want to chime in. But how do you feel in regards to him leaving a year early? Do you feel like mission's accomplished, or you feel like he kind of left some things undone based on the 4 years that he had originally committed to?
What else can he do? The man went undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
He changed the scope of the game with bringing all-star talent to an all-black college. What else can he do? He did what he was supposed to do. And he keeps telling us what we need to do to get us out there. He keeps telling us every time he comes on air and talks, he talks about how we can do bigger and better things. He does that.
Okay.
Until he stops doing that, I can't knock the brother. I can't.
All right. I mean, all right. So what is your take on Jackson State in the in regards to like the how the athletes responded? I seen a video where they seem to be handling it pretty well. Right. What you hearing down there in the south? What's the thought process from like people down there?
They don't
the area you in, because that's like home for him.
They don't like it. They keep talking about he sold out because of the simple fact of they know they're not gonna go undefeated no more, and it's not gonna bring a big revel. This man got paid $300,000 a year. You know how much money that man probably brought to that college? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And y'all need to understand this for the one that says he's a sellout. Ain't no black man own no college. I don't care if it's black or not.
Yeah, man, I heard you mention that last time, and I want to dive into that. So you made a declaration on Saturday when we was talking in regards to the HBCUs not being owned by us. You can't leave that open. You gotta give us some more details in regards to that. Like, what's the breakdown on that?
It's not predominantly owned by black people. They gotta answer to somebody too. Presidents or whoever, they answer to other people. Any president of a college doesn't own the college. They answer to people who donate money or however it goes. They got to answer to other people. That's just how it goes, whether it's a black or white college. That's just how it is.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'm going to go around now. So thank you, Ruben. We're going to come back. And David, I know got a question about it, but I got a lady on here. So I want to make sure I chime in with the lady after I get David's comment to Ruben, and then I'm going to go to David. Go ahead, David. And Jeannie, how you doing? Hello, Jeannie. Welcome back. Your Steelers on a winning streak. So you popped up after y'all won 2 games. Don't think we ain't noticed.
I told her she was hiding until they won, so now it's safe to come back
Safe
out.
to come back out. You know, had to come back out. Y'all winning now. Go ahead.
Listen, I was away. Stop.
Gina, you was around the corner.
No, I was away.
She's away, man.
All the way across the other side of the world.
You know, listen, I understand.
You've been back for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Listen,
Okay.
listen,
All right.
David. Go ahead. Your rebuttal for remember, go ahead. Respond to what you're gonna respond to for Ruben, but I'm gonna give you your own opportunity to share as well. Go ahead, sir.
I'm gonna just say this about the whole situation. Deion Sanders is not responsible for the whole HBCU. He's not. Anybody that wants to look at it that way is completely wrong. However, you're not going to come into my house as a Black American, and most of those houses are single. Y'all understand?
Mm-hmm.
We don't come. Because of the situation that life is, you come into most African American houses, single mother, single father, or people going through problems. You're not going to come into my house and pitch my kids on a dream and pitch my kids on an opportunity and bounce. Hold on, Bailey, and bounce.
I got you.
After that, right? That's wrong. And if anybody does not see that as wrong, it's crazy. You're not gonna do that.
Okay.
However, I'm not mad at him for bettering himself, bettering his family, and the opportunity of it. But then once again, there's a second lie behind that because you say, I'm going to Colorado, a 1-11 team that finished 111 out of 113. You took the worst job in the Power 5. The second worst job, but the worst job in our opinion of the Pac-5. And then you tell those players at Colorado, my people coming.
Yeah.
And then you tell the people at Jackson State, all of y'all don't need to transfer here because y'all ain't gonna make it. What's your pitch? Because after you do that, you can no longer come into my house and grab up my second child. You can no longer come into my house and grab up my nephew. You can no longer come into my house. I have no trust factor for you as an African American man. I'm gonna take that forward before I go to the rest of my conversation. You don't have that factor anymore.
I got you,
African American man, and come in there and pitch that to me because guess what? Brian Kelly, Lincoln Riley, and all the coaches that just boosted up again because there's more than him this year, 2022, are selling me the same pitch. I don't want to hear that because you just now, from doing all the great things that he did, you just now eliminated that factor because you made yourself one of them. And that's the part that people don't understand.
That's a flip side.
People don't understand. People keep trying to tell me not to compare him to Caucasian coaches, to white coaches, but he just made himself essentially a white coach with that move. And that's the part that I have a problem with. I had a problem with, he said, I'm swag. I didn't like that. I left it be. But when you say I'm swag, and then 3 weeks later, you leave to go to a predominant white university and still trying to sell the same pitch, that's bogus to me. I don't care how swaggy you are. I don't care how confident you are in your abilities. You just lied to our community. And I don't want to make it us versus them, but that's what he did, and nobody is understanding the value of that. Nobody's understanding the value of that, and that's the point that ticks me off.
All right, thank you. Good. I like that there's opposing views, so that's what this is all about. So B. Clark, make your statement, and then Jeannie, I'm gonna get ready to come to you. So B. Clark, go ahead, sir.
Hey, look, I know I'm gonna have my own time, but look, I don't agree. I don't agree, right?
Okay.
And the reason I don't agree with either one of the statements, right? And I get your point wholeheartedly. But either one of the points that just came up, right? We knew Dion Prime was gonna be at HBCU always. We knew that, right? Now number two, Prime coming into HBCU, they kind of put the whole HBCU on his back from the get-go.
Yeah, that's right. That's
from
fair.
The get-go. And now, no matter what we say, no matter what we say about it, or how it was, the whole HBCU was about Prime. When they got the TV deal, it was about Prime.
That's true.
Right? Everything was about Prime going in there. Now Prime going to Colorado. Guess what? I'm taking my luggage with me. Right?
It's Louis. Taking it Louis.
Right.
Yeah.
Which means I'm giving these kids, right? Now, granted, we want kids to go to HBCUs, right?
Ladies, y'all next.
But let's be real. How many looks them kids gonna get to go to NFL from HBCUs? It's not many. It's not many. It's not many that's gonna go. They got number one prospect, right? Now I'm going to Colorado. I could take it, right? Because college is all about recruiting. It's business. It's about recruiting.
Business. It's straight business. Go ahead, sir.
Who don't want to play for Prime in the country? You might get the number one prospect in the country going to Colorado.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Jeannie, I gave you a chance. David, I got you. Hold your horses because you got a minute. Jeannie and Kamisha, I'm gonna give y'all both an opportunity to chime in. Jeannie, I'm gonna go to you first. Actually, I believe you went to HBCU, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I did.
All right. So you know firsthand what if we're talking crazy, because I have not gone to HBCU. I just heard from hearsay what everybody else says. What's your take on this personally? If you now that you know the details of it in the last couple of days with him leaving, going to Colorado University, which is 2% black. So maybe 500 and something kids is black that's there currently. So, does that matter? What's your take on this whole situation with him leaving and him, his impact for HBCU?
I mean, I heard one of the guys saying how he was recruiting people and selling a dream that he kind of knew probably in the back of his head wasn't really going to happen. So in that respect, I can't respect his decision to speak to certain kids a certain kind of way if he knew he was going to another school. But I do believe that he has the right to do whatever he wants. And if anybody knows Prime, they know he's arrogant. They know he's all about himself, and they know he's going to take care of himself. So to me, I feel like everybody believed that he was going to be in a HBCU, historically black college and university.
Right.
If they thought he was going to be there for any length of time, I think they're delusional.
Wow. Okay, so the 3 years is more than enough in terms of for what you hear, based on.
I mean, it's more than enough if it's enough for him. I mean, this is his life.
Yeah.
None of us know him, but we do know based on like his past behavior, he's about himself, and why shouldn't he be?
Right.
I mean, we're all kind of about ourselves. Like, I make decisions in my professional life that affect me and my family. I mean, how can anybody else determine what that's going to be?
Right.
But I don't like anybody lying or selling a dream that's not going to happen. I mean, if that was the case, I can't respect you for that. But he got his hair plugged, so.
Mike just jumped off, so I don't know what happened. Anybody else want to chime in until he gets his stuff
Dallas
back together?
Cowboys is shaking his head. You don't agree?
So this is my thing, right? So going to the HBCU, right? We already knew from the HBCU that when Prime went in there, we can go and I'm giving these kids a dream. You say he was all about himself, but lift them kids up from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? If you looked at any of his pre-speeches and how he did things, it was grade A, right, to me. And he was one of the better coaches, right? He was.
You're a Cowboys fan, right?
Yeah. Oh. He was one of the better coaches. You know what I'm saying? So not to get anything about Prime. Prime does, his personality is egotistical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very much so. Very much so.
You have to be an alpha.
Right.
You have to be an alpha to be what he is. So
right. we say that Colorado was 2% black, right? I think to me, and this is just my opinion, he can't change it much, but I think more black kids will go to the University of Colorado now
I
that
agree.
Prime is coaching, because
I agree. I like Prime, but I think he's arrogant and I think he's about himself.
right,
I mean, I think he is.
and I think you're gonna have the whole athletic program. I'm talking about basketball, football, all around. You know what I'm saying? So the same way that he went in,
Baseball.
right, the same way he went into the HBCU, I feel like they put the whole HBCU, every college in the HBCU on his back, to me. And the reason why, because everything you saw about HBCU was about Prime. It wasn't about no other school. It was about Prime. What team is coming on TV with the HBCU when we get a TV deal? Prime team.
Byron, I think a lot of us will agree with you on that matter, but I just want everybody's perspective on this, and I'm going to go to Bailey after this. Nobody sat there and told him he had to do that. He did that on himself. And I'm glad that he did that on himself. But I just want to make sure that everybody has the understanding that that's what he did, and he elevated to a great level. So, Bailey, I'm going to ask you, how do you feel that people are just saying he let down the HBCU? And that's a question that needs to be
answered. David, hold that thought. Bailey, hold that thought. I think we got disconnected, right? I seen all of y'all on, but that's crazy. We're the host and we got disconnected. So, with that being said, pause everything for a second. Thank y'all for David. Thank you for keeping it rocking. That was good. I appreciate you. So, Kamisha had a lot of stuff to say, so she gonna have to rehash it. She followed up to Jeannie. Did y'all hear anything that Kamisha said at all? Or only
no, we heard nothing.
It was good. She was on it.
It was good too.
So Jeannie, thank you for your insight. Cause that's the last thing I heard was Jeannie, and then I seen David keeping it going. Thank you for doing that. And get your thoughts ready, because I am gonna go around, and Ruben, keep your response to David ready. But I'm gonna give the ladies the floor. Kamisha, give us your insight into this, and as much as you can. Go ahead.
No, what I was saying when I got cut off, because y'all must have glitched me somehow. But ultimately, my thing is that it's a job. So I'm looking at it from the perspective of Deion had a job, right? Mm-hmm. And so his job, he did his job. And so year to year, you're able to make a decision about a job. You sign a contract, right? Yes. But things are subject to change based on new information, new circumstances. He may or may not have gone in when he first came in saying he's going to do this, do that. We don't know what's going on in the back end. We don't know what the conditions were. Mm-hmm. We don't know. I'm reading reports about different things going on. He gets to make that decision for his job based on his family. Now he has his son, sons, whomever that he's taking with him. He gets to do that. And I was saying that I have an issue with people being stagnant. Sometimes people stay too long. Mm-hmm. With St. Peter's, they won, he left. Okay, he wasn't tripping like that, right? So, personally, hold on. You're not gonna cut me off.
No.
Right, hold on. Hold on,
David. Let her rock, David. Let her rock. You gotta respond. I'm making sure my mute button is ready tonight. Right. I got everybody ready for mute. Go ahead.
As a black mom, my son Josiah was recruited by a particular coach, right? Mm-hmm. We talked to this woman since sophomore year, 2 years of talking to her. Okay, we were back and forth. 2 years we invested with this woman. Within a few months after him getting on campus, he took a job at another university, a bigger role, right? Saya was hurt, other people was hurt, but at the end of the day, here's my position. I respect it. She had to do what's best for her and her family. And so my conversation to my son, as I'm having as a black mother, I'm not a single mother, obviously, is that
I'll be back in a minute.
Hold on. Don't go for every shiny penny, everything that's being dangled in front of you, believing that's the savior, that's the hope and the dream. A black man coming in, Deion, whomever. At the end of the day, things change, people change. It's a job. When you go to a job, it's at will employment most times. You either, I like what he said, either you're going to be elevated or you're going to be fired. That's the reality. You do a suck job, you get fired. You do a great job, you get recruited, you get promoted. He got an upgrade. I'm really happy for him now. I was never rocking for Deion like that because he's where he came from. But at the end of the day, he says some good things. He's done some good things. To me, while he's hot, make your money, have a good time, and be good. So I think it's unfair that he was set on such a high pedestal. And I'm saying that we always put these celebrities, these athletes, on these high pedestals, like Yee, whomever, make an album, oh yay, with Kanye, I don't care who it is. But we then make them the poster child, the example, the figurehead of, you know, football, of whatever it is. And then when they do something, everybody get all bent out of shape, like, oh, they can't do that, oh, they shouldn't have did that. He can do whatever he wants for him and his family based on the circumstances. So I speak as a mom.
Okay.
I speak as a perspective of telling my child that, listen, people are going to make decisions on what's best for them. Likewise, you got to do what's best for you. Now, based on what's happening, people want to leave, then leave.
Yeah.
Don't, you know, coming in, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Period. And that's my thing.
All right, so thank you, David. Go ahead. You can rebuttal her.
You can say whatever you want.
You can rebuttal the floors. Again, if anybody has a response, I'll have my take, and I'm gonna give my take after I've gone around and given everybody. B. Clark, you right after David's quick response. David's quick response. David's
quick response. Well, it's not gonna be quick, but I'm gonna try to
skip me twice.
Kamisha,
skip me twice.
You not coming to you.
Oh yeah, I got you. I got you, Ruben. My bad. I got you right after him. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What you say?
Go ahead. Say that again, David.
To you and Mike House and selling hoop dreams.
Yeah.
Y'all are the epitome
define
of
hoop dreams, though. Define it in his case. What's the dream that he sold? Be specific.
No, I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
Y'all are the epitome of what a black couple should be, bouncing back and forth, doing everything great. He's going into single family, single wives, single husbands.
You was with him? How you know that?
Let him rock. Let him rock. Let him rock. Let him rock.
And telling them blah, 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 blah to get their kids.
What does that have to do?
They took to football games from the age of 4 and selling them on going to the NFL. That's the difference between y'all and the rest of the populace.
So what? Okay,
he can't brainwash that single mother. He can't brainwash that broken family, and that's what he did for 3 years, and then turned around and did what these same Caucasian coaches do throughout the rest of America. That's a bad analogy on what's going on. All right, Kamisha.
But that's her recruiting. That's her recruiting.
Hold on. I gotta give Ruben a chance. I gotta give Lamar got his finger up. B. Clark got his finger up. Ruben, B. Clark, Lamar in that order. Timmy, I think you might be good now. I don't hear the echo as much. So, Ruben, it's on you to respond. Hey, I want meat potatoes, ladies and gentlemen. Meat potatoes. Go ahead, Ruben.
David. Is it Prime's responsibility for your child? I mean, he's a coach. He's not his daddy.
David, let him rock. Let him rock. Don't make me mute you. Let him rock,
David.
I want everybody to get that perspective.
He ain't his daddy. His morals and everything should have been intact before he got to that age to go to a college.
And that's the problem.
All coaches can do is they put that to win games to get your child to the next level. It's
so
up to your
make
child.
Regardless of color. Regardless
it's up to your child, whatever color they are.
When we don't do that, we make Sanders. We keep making excuses for Sanders not to
David.
And that's
hold on. David, you gotta let him rock. I can't get his perspective if you interrupted him. Let him rock. I got you. Just hold your thoughts. I promise everybody gonna get they say. I got a lot to say, and I'm waiting. Go ahead, Ruben. Meat potatoes, Ruben, and B. Clark, you next.
I understand where you're coming from, talking about he going to their house and telling himself new dreams. You're going to take care of my child. First of all, he can only do what he can do. That man got his own family to take care of. All he can do is coach him and tell him what not to do. He can't make him do what he want him to do. Point blank. Now, some kids, he probably steered away from wrongdoings and all that at the HBCU and what he came in, and that's what they mama wanted him to do. But at the end of the day, he's a coach. He's not his daddy.
Okay. I like that point. I do like that point. I like that point. Ruben, hold that thought. B. Clark, it's on you. And I got a question for all of y'all. B. Clark, it's on you. No, Lamar's after B. Clark and then Jeannie. Go ahead, B. Clark.
points, and I'm gonna make it quick, right?
I can't see your head. Where your head at?
My head right here.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. I'm seeing the ceiling. All right, appreciate you.
I got 2 points. Quick. Number one, it's not about the money with Prime. Prime was already rich before the get go.
Since 18, I think he said.
Right, he was already rich from the get go. That's the first point. Second point, David talking about he can't help these single parent homes. He can't help who he's going to see, who he recruit. He can't help that, right? He go recruit who he gonna recruit. And if they a single parent home, they're just a single parent home. This has nothing. I don't think it has anything to do. HBCU trying to empower black people. To me, that's me, right? That's me too. I don't know what anybody else thinks. I don't think it has anything to do with raise money, whatever. He ain't leave. He did everything he could do for HBCU. HBCU didn't support him back. He put his own money up, to support the program that he was supporting, the coach. Right? He was putting his own money up.
I did hear that. Right? He did. That's validated. So, that is proof. Confirmed.
If I'm putting my own money up and you're not putting back to me, then what I'm gonna do? I done did all I can do. Right?
So
it's not up to him.
Right, it's not up to him
to be our savior.
So before,
but I have something.
B. Clark, let me hold that thought. I'm gonna let you finish up. Been putting we got people watching it on Facebook, and I don't even know where this at right now. This might be fake. It's actually YouTube. So somebody on YouTube said it's the fact that he used a HBCU and those kids and went to a better program. How much can he help the black community in a Power 5 white dominant school?
Did David put that here?
No, that's somebody that's watching on YouTube. That's a legitimate question. How much can he really help the HBCU? Yeah, by all means, go ahead.
And
Lamar, you after him.
So look, this is my thing. So who in the black community, he went to HBCU, right? He got the #1 prospect.
Yes, he did.
Now at a Power 5, right? Who does not want to play for Prime? No matter where he's at. Right?
I'm gonna give my wife.
So when he left Jackson State,
Lamar, you next.
Everybody did #1 prospect. Everybody Prime, the reason they were there. I guarantee it, right? I guarantee it. It's gonna be 4 black kids in the Colorado program in a Power 5 conference than anything else right now. And he gonna get them boys ready for the NFL. That's just me, NFL. Prime can get them boys ready. That's just me. Not because I'm a Cowboy fan. Prime played for San Francisco.
Right. I was wondering if there was some biasness there because his connection to your boys. I was wondering. Man, Commissioner, say it on camera.
I mean, just a little bit.
It's a little bit. Just a little bit.
It's all good though. It's all good.
My thing is look back before Prime got to Jackson State and look at Jackson State program.
Yeah, he definitely elevated it.
Jackson State program was in shambles.
I got you, David.
Before Prime got there. Jackson State was in shambles before Prime got there. Colorado is down at the bottom right now in the Power 5 conference. Now, do I think he's gonna win a national championship? I doubt it. But he gonna get the kids ready, man.
All right, I appreciate that. I'm gonna move. Sticking and moving. There's a lot of y'all on here. Y'all got good insight. Lamar, it's on you.
Okay, here's what I wanted to say, and I'm gonna be quick. First of all, I think it's a shame for everybody to be dogging him this way, because the book on what he's able to do for young black kids' career is not over with. He's still coaching. We don't know what he's going to do in the future. We haven't seen what he's going to do at Colorado yet. I feel like what other people should do is be inspired by what he did at his former college, and hopefully it opens up the door for others who can go to those same schools and create opportunities for other black colleges and young black men. To dog Dion, I think is just a negative approach. I mean, he in those 3 years he did a lot for that program, and let's see what he does when he goes to Colorado. We see what the school looks like now, but we don't know what it's going to look like 3 years from now. So let's pump the brakes and let's see as his career as a coach is still being written.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to say.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Go ahead, Jeannie. Yeah, y'all got a good flow now. Timmy, make sure if you want to chime in, you got to put your finger up. I don't know if y'all don't signal me, I don't know if you want to speak. Go ahead, Jeannie.
I agree with him 100%. And the other thing is, like, I'm not sure why we're putting all of this on him to be, our big savior and everything else, when we really should be focusing our attention on the high school level and what these people are teaching our young kids and athletes before they even get to the college level. They're teaching them nothing. They're not teaching them how to speak for themselves, how to, advocate for themselves or anything. And I see that firsthand in the schools. I saw kids being recruited from Linden High School when I worked at the high school for baseball, for football, and for other things, and they don't teach them anything about learning how to advocate for themselves. You can't place everything on one man.
No.
And he never said, I'm going to be the black savior for everybody. So if it was any other man, if you were working there, Mike, as a coach, and you decided to upgrade because you were doing well, nobody would be talking about this.
Right. Right.
Because it's Dion.
All right, so
I understand he has more influence because he is Dion, but we got to place more emphasis on the high school level before these kids even get to college, because they walk into college stupid. They don't know anything.
David, I got a rebuttal. I got a rebuttal before I go to you. Go ahead, Jeannie. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
That's all right.
All
right, David. What you got to say now,
Hold
David?
Hold on. Jeannie, that was a a really good point, because it's true. If it was just some regular Smojo coach, if it was just a regular coach, it wouldn't be as big a deal. But I'm gonna put this out there. It's one of my takes. I got a whole bunch of them tonight. One of my takes is this: he is not a coach. He is a bona fide celebrity. His notoriety is now, and I'm going to say this on air so it's recorded, because of his notoriety, he is now the most powerful coach in college football, hands down. There is no coach in college, not Nick Saban, not Lane Kiffin, no coach will have the reach that he has, because he has the celebrity notoriety and resources, going to a university that has unlimited resources. So you bring his notoriety and the resources as a celeb, with those together, his recruiting class for the next couple of years is going to be dynamic, and he is the face. I'm telling you, the most powerful coach in college football. And I made that declaration. There's no coach with more power than him right now, because he's already a celebrity. They're just coaches. Go ahead, David.
I was trying not to cut y'all off on this parade that y'all think is about to happen. Y'all.
You will see, like we told you when you came to Jackson State.
No, Ruben.
We just met. Go ahead, David. Go ahead,
Y'all not getting the real narrative.
No, let David
speak. Go ahead, David Rock. Thank you, Jeannie.
People just watch a black coach succeed. We only make up 12.6% of the American population. They gave him the worst coaching job in college football in the Power 5. Yes, his reach is going to be long, but those other people's reach is going to be longer. They are setting him up to fail, and he does not even see it. He does not even see that factor, because he does who he is, and I'm not mad at who he is.
So David had,
you don't know yet.
Hold on.
But where is there an example of him ever failing? At what area? He's never failed at anything.
Mike, he has never had to deal.
I'm just saying, publicly, what has he failed outside of his marriages that he got divorced? Outside of that,
Mike,
professionally, sports,
he
I can't name what.
Mike,
Timmy, you let me know. Historian Timmy, let me know. Go ahead, David.
He has never had to deal with them. And I'm not going to sugarcoat
in
this.
Dallas?
He was with them for all that years?
No.
My bad, David. Go ahead. I had to go ahead. Go ahead, David. Go ahead. Make your point.
Meet me out. And I said when we talked about this topic, I was not going to have a filter. He has never had to deal with them. So
Y'all know. Talk your talk, David.
Gave him the worst coaching job in football. He could have had the Stanford job. He could have had the Louisville job. He could have had the Auburn job. He could have had the Miami job last year when he was 11-1. They purposely gave him the worst job in football, and they
didn't give it to him. He took the job.
David, he didn't have to take that
I
job.
thought he took the job.
He took the job.
His likeness will bring people there. His competitive drive.
Ruben didn't be Clark. I got you.
But the moment he goes 5-6 in his third year,
He made his money.
all of y'all and all of them will be calling for his boot. Y'all will be calling for him to be fired. But
I'm not calling for nothing. Get your money.
Y'all allowed him to get set up in the first place. I don't want to hear that crap. I don't want to hear that crap.
I got you, David. So this is my thing. If he was able to go to Jackson State, which we all admitted was not on the map, with limited resources, what do you think he gonna do at a Colorado where they got money? Even though they losing, they got money. His recruiting class is going to be phenomenal for the next 3 to 4 years.
Mike,
can I ask David a question?
In the Power 5 has money. So if you go down to Jacksonville State with your swagger, your confidence, and your ability, you're gonna win. Because guess what,
Mister?
All right, we're gonna see. All right,
So
hold on, David. I gotta get Lamar. Ask your question. And it might be somebody.
I'm gonna roll out.
Listen,
So
David.
he's going.
Hold on, David. Hold on. Lamar, I got a question. Hold on, David. Lamar, I got a question. Lamar, ask your question. I had to mute him so you can get. David, you gonna keep going. I want to make sure you get your question. Go ahead, David. Lamar, ask your question.
Real quickly, David. It sounds like you're really negative about the move. What if Deion succeeds? What if he succeeds?
That was my question too.
That's my question. What if he succeeds? It sounds like you're expecting him to fail. Like, what if he goes there? Colorado is back on the map. We got to hear Mark's voice every week because that's his school. You got black kids now attending Colorado. They're one of the top teams in the nation. He brings them back to relevancy. What if he succeeds? That's my question.
Because that's my question too. But succeeding is top 25 for Colorado, right? Let's say,
Mister.
Let's say Colorado's top 25 next season.
Look, he just the number one running back from Alabama.
Let B. Clark finish his thought. B. Clark finish it. Hold up, B. Clark finish your thought, and then Jeannie, and then Ruben, David. I want to make sure everybody pulls anything to. If there's anybody else that shares that kind of sentiment, or maybe not the same as David, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Anyone else that agrees with David?
Okay.
I
will say,
and y'all can chime on.
I don't like the move personally. I don't like him going to Colorado. Him leaving, I don't have a problem with. I don't like Colorado. That's me personally. I don't like Colorado. For me, I'm like, of all the schools to go to, I'm like, Colorado, that's just my personal preference.
Everybody
I feel like they were better job than that.
However,
However, I know because of who he is, he's going to be fine. If he can flip Jackson State, he's straight.
He went to Colorado. The only
Mike,
went to Colorado.
Purposely, I'm not racist. I hate to keep saying that.
All right, go ahead. Make your point.
They purposely shut off those jobs so he couldn't get them. They purposely, the Auburn job, perfect. Because down in the South, he can keep doing what he's doing. The Cincinnati job, high raise, visibility, because Cincinnati ain't been bad.
No, Cincinnati been
all those jobs and gave him the 1-11 Colorado job. Y'all don't see.
He took the 1-11.
Y'all don't
see what's happening for real, regardless of how much.
I got you.
This man,
hold on.
Y'all don't see what outside people are doing.
Okay.
Regardless that USC and Oregon is leaving the Pac-12, he's gonna struggle, and they're gonna make sure he himself.
Okay. All right. Let me go. Let me go to
he won't be a serious competitor there. We just watched two black coaches
gotta wait
go
and
through
see.
the same thing. We just watched Eric B. Enemy. We just watched Daryl Carr go through the same thing in Colorado. And y'all expect see just because he got swagger, cut it out.
Be clocking on you. I don't know if David. I don't know if you paid attention to how this man moves. I don't know, but we're gonna see.
I hope he succeeds.
I like that.
Eric B. Enemy. Eric
Go
B.
ahead.
Enemy and the last two black coaches they had are not prime. Let's get that out of
They don't have the resources or the reach that he got, man. They don't.
I think the reason, so like everybody said, Prime accepted the job.
Yes.
And I think the reason Prime accepted that job because they gave Prime control.
Yes.
They gave him control. Right? So now I have control of this program.
Ruben, you next.
Right?
You need to make sure you come back. Go ahead.
We talking about black people, white people, right? Now let's be real. Now we talking about money. We talking about all the people, all these white people putting money into this program. Now, hey, look. Now let's get in the top 25. Now let's see how much more money they're gonna throw, right? Then we go top 10. Let's see how much money they're gonna throw. Now I'm not saying he's gonna do it, but I'm saying that he has the resources to do so.
Okay.
I'm saying he has the resources to do so. And my question for David is the same as him. Like, I mean, why? I mean, I understand you don't like the move, but why downplay this man? I mean, this man took it.
I think if I can speak for him, he thinks it's a chess move by some other people to take away from, what traditionally happens is we get somebody that is sort of a trendsetter from the African-American community, and they start achieving great things and about to, build up our own infrastructures, and then they always snatch that person away right before it takes that next step. He had HBCU about to really be the spot. As you can see, he had commitments from people that they decommitted once he left. He had 5 stars coming there for this season coming. So I think that's David's fear, is that they setting him up to fail by taking him out. HBCU now is going to suffer because you're not going to have a coach with that kind of notoriety that's going to bring the visibility to the HBCU. So my question to all of y'all, my panel of experts and my co-host right here, to all of y'all, what's going to happen now at Jackson State? We'll start there. Now that Dion ain't there, all them celebrities was at the games. All of them was up there. It was lit. Is that same energy going to be kept, or are people going to abandon it? Ain't none of them people going to be at them games now to support?
For Jackson State, probably not initially, but that's the problem. At the end of the day, someone else come in, someone else step up. That was not his my point is not his responsibility, because what he did for those 3 years, great. He left a playbook, a rule book. Now, whatever he's put in, what I'm looking at, Dion, is that even when I listen to some of his locker room, he's giving really good, he's dropping nuggets, leaving really good,
Ruben, you next.
Things on when they go away, things that they're teaching them that they probably should have learned in high school. His job, like someone said, is not to parent these kids. His job is to coach them. So my thing is now, for me, think a little harder when another, whoever it is, come back dangling again, that shiny penny, whatever it is. Think twice. Now, with HBCUs, to me, they've already been put on the map. So they're going to keep doing what they're going to do. And now, personally, to Dion, he gets to decide he can go to Colorado, and then maybe in 2-3 years, whatever it is, he can move again. It's a job. People change jobs. People change for opportunities, for money, whatever it is. He got money. But what I'm saying to you is he also is not as money, power, respect. He gets to do that.
Yeah.
And whatever it is his choice at this time. Whatever his personal reasons were, he gets to do that. And guess what? He gets to change his mind again. He gets to turn this around. And for me, it's a challenge. Actually, believe it or not, I respect him going to a team that's doing so bad. Look at Jeannie. Jeannie on here. They was losing. Right? And then here she come back. Who thought the Steelers was going to be winning? I'm just playing. But, there's hope. There's always hope. Look at the Raiders. There's hope. So, don't give up.
I didn't give her that script.
Colorado,
I love that script, but she's going to get the rebuttal too. I love that. But she's going to get the rebuttal too.
So
I'm not
hold on. Let me ask a question. Go ahead, Ruben. It's on you. That's right. David, hold your thought. Go ahead, Ruben.
all I want to say is this: he's already snatching people from other schools. He just snatched Alabama #1 running back, Deion Sanders. As soon as he committed to Colorado, that dude switched from Alabama to Colorado. It's already starting. The trend has already been set. The portal is open, and he's doing his thing.
He builds up. So he had his media team with his son gets you unbelievable traction. You become verified like overnight. Once you're connected to him, it's a wrap. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not
He's gonna be all right.
He's gonna be like, I don't see him staying there beyond 3 years, but I'm just saying.
Colorado about to be on the map.
I'm not done.
Hey,
I'm not done.
I'm going to Colorado.
Oh, you're not done? Go ahead, Ruben. My bad. I thought you were done. You got quiet. Go ahead.
When he went to Jackson State, he set a GPA for these students. He didn't care if you was a 5-star athlete or not. You're not playing if you don't do that GPA. If your grades ain't good,
that's a fact.
You're not playing. He did that.
So
I went hush.
Hold on, David. I got you.
David.
Hold on. I want to make sure I get. Go ahead, Ruben.
I listened to his speech when they went on the Thanksgiving break. He
Right.
told them players and coaches, if you're not back here on time, you're 1 minute late. You're not playing. Coaches getting fired.
Yep.
He set a trend. He set rules and regulations that should have been set at every one of these schools long before he came along.
Okay.
Long before he came along.
Great, excellent.
You can't look at the man coming in your living room giving your child his speech. He's doing what he said he was going to do. He's doing it.
Okay.
All right, David, rebuttal.
Okay.
Jimmy,
so
I hear from you, so get ready. I'm going to you after him.
So
I gotta go. I
agree with that.
All right, bro. No problem. Hey, little baby.
I 100% agree with that. But don't give him the same ridicule. Well, don't not give him the same ridicule that we give to white coaches. We just had the same thing with Nick Saban when he bounced from LSU to the NFL to Alabama. We just had the same thing. We had Brian Kelly bounce from school to Notre Dame to LSU. We just had the same thing when the Florida State coach bounced from Florida, went to the NFL. Well, bounced from Florida, went to Ohio State, and went to the NFL.
Okay.
Do not give him the same ridicule of jumping into our homes and talking about our kids and, I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to do this, X, Y, and Z, and then bounce for better opportunities. That's the only point I'm getting at with the whole prime time argument. We cannot say Wakanda forever, but exception for prime. No,
so you're saying
I don't think it's an exception for him. I don't see the exception.
Yes,
I don't see the
exception.
Everybody's
making an exception because
dude, that's $5 million. 700,000 to $5 million.
Everybody is making that exception because he leaves. He left it. I'm not mad that he left it because I already said.
And kids can move too.
We talked about this on the air. I said it was going to be a 1, 2, 3 year thing, and he's going to ride out. Not mad at him for that. But don't give him a buy for doing what these other coaches have been doing for the last 15 years.
Answer my question.
Cut it
so
out.
Me and my little co-host in here. Would you have taken the $5 million?
What?
You heard me the first week.
No, you say what you can hear. I didn't hear you. So I'm asking you again.
Repeat your question.
Would you have taken the $5 million a year?
Yes. But I would have been criticized the same way. Everybody's not trying to criticize.
I got you.
Everybody's trying to say.
So let me
go ahead.
Okay, so let me just pose this.
That every Caucasian coach has done for the last 30 years.
Right. All right, David. Hold on. I gotta mute so we can keep moving. So is the problem? Had he stayed the 4 years, would you still feel that way if he did the 4 years?
Mike, I never expected him to stay more than 3 years. Okay. Did I expect him to go in the last 2 years? Did I expect him to go 21-1? No, that's a great accomplishment.
It's amazing.
I didn't expect that. Nobody expected that.
So
great accomplishment. great coach. But don't come into my home and lie to my kids.
I got
Don't
you.
come into my home and lie to my kids.
David,
Don't go down to those black colleges and say, I'm swag. And then 4 weeks later, leave. That's my problem.
David, hasn't the transfer portal leveled the playing field for kids?
Huh?
What about the transfer portal? Hasn't that leveled the playing field?
No, because guess what? These seniors leaving high school can't get recruited. No. My nephew is coaching right now because he can't get recruited. The transfer protocol has not leveled out college the way that y'all think it has. Cut it out. No, it hasn't.
The downside is exactly what David's talking about. The high school kids that's coming in are, if you're a 3-star, you're pretty much, if you haven't gotten letters already, it's pretty much a wrap. They're not gonna recruit you, dude. Because of the
my nephew is coaching high school because the transfer protocol. Cut it out. Don't say that, Lamar.
Hold on.
I'm asking a question. That's all.
Hold on, we got one comment that came in because I like that people are online watching it, so we got a lot. I like the passion because this is real. This is personal to us. Jeannie, I'm not done with you. As a coach, I believe he will succeed. I leaving is now taking the eye. Oh, his leaving is taking the eyes off black kids no one is looking at. That's what somebody says online. Listen, I love the opinions, and it's not.
Thank you, whoever posted that.
That's what they say. Taking my eyes off of them. So listen, I ain't gonna be quiet. Be quiet. Go ahead. So hey, look, Tim, you after him.
So when we go to the transfer, I just got a comment on transfer portal, right?
I ain't get you up, bro.
And just coming from a sports background, getting recruited, going to college, playing ball before I joined the military, whatever, right? Awesome. So it's always somewhere for somebody to get recruited, right? And so when I go, like regardless, and so regardless, right? So I get recruited by a San Diego State, right? When I'm coming out of high school,
yes,
go play ball, right? Boom, I end up at a JUCO, but I get recruited by them because you know what I mean. Somebody else come in, right? So it's always somebody out there better, but you got to find your place. You know what I'm saying? You got to find your place. Now, if I come out, everybody's not gonna be Alabama. Everybody's not gonna be Power 5. Everybody's not gonna be D2. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, right? So if I got somebody at, let's say, Alabama that's not getting no clock and they transfer to a Colorado and now somebody else doesn't get that look, and look, man, we just got more work to put into. And now with the transfer portal, right, if people didn't know it, I can reclassify and go to a prep school for a 5th year too to get another look. I can reclassify.
You'll be 23. NFL don't you old in NFL eyes. You don't know 23 years old. No, you're funny with that. I got you though. I got you.
Let's say I reclassify. I reclassify. Go for my 5th year, right? I get a look. I go somewhere. I make a name for myself. I play 2 years, right? I play 2 years. By that time I'm 21. 21 going to the NFL.
Meat potatoes, brother. Meat potatoes. Go ahead. Meat potatoes.
Look, I got you. The transfer port, you gonna get your look regardless. If you good enough, you gonna get your look regardless.
So what happens to those? So what happens to, because there is a percentage, if you look at the last year, and David, I know you probably got the stat, there was a lot of kids that transferred that didn't get picked up. They ended up not going. They left big universities with the hopes that the transfer portal would give them greener pastures.
It's business.
And they didn't get picked up. They ended up at schools that were
Mike and Byron.
Reward.
Mike and Byron.
College is turned into the NFL, right?
Go ahead.
Let me say this. Thank you, sir. And I think the one, and I'm going back to Timmy, I'm coming to you right after I make this comment. Lamar, Jeannie, make sure y'all ready. I'm about to come back to you. So the truth of the matter is, if this has not taught us anything, college athletics is a business. It's business. So students that transfer, use the portal, just be smart about your decision. Make whatever business move you have to do, but just understand,
you're not going to get every job.
You're not going to get every job. These coaches are out. They there for what they there for that couple of years to build themselves to that next plateau, that next stepping stone for themselves. I'm not mad at them, but don't put all your eggs in the basket that, I'm here for this one coach and not knowing that he out in a year. So it's a business. Treat it that way. Like if you are a big recruit, It's a business. Be careful. That's what I'm gonna say. Jeannie, I'm gonna go. Oh, Timmy, it's on you, sir, because I held you for like a long time waiting to talk. Go ahead, David. Don't say nothing. Let the man rock. The floor is yours. Timmy, let me hear you. Let me make sure you're not muted. Let me unmute you. Go ahead, Tim. Go ahead,
Can you
Tim.
hear me? When I heard about the report about Deion Sanders going to Colorado, the same school with that Cordell Stewart came from,
Mhm.
and it was a good move for him to be there, and I believe he's going to be there for the next 3 years.
You got 3
He's
years for
buying
him.
his time for 4 years.
You got 3 years for him. How long you got him going to be in there? He signed for 5.
Three,
He got 5.
three.
3. Okay.
He's
All right.
buying his time for him to go to Florida State,
Florida State. Florida State. Yep. Yep.
because that's the school where he came from.
Okay. Okay.
So once the coach gets fired from Florida State, he's going to sweep right on in.
Okay. Okay. Do you predict, Timmy, Guru or Fanatics? It's documented. Today is the 8th of December, 2022. Do you see Deion Sanders in his first year at Colorado having a winning record? Yes or no?
His first year, no.
Okay. How long before he take 1-11 and have more wins than losses? How long you think it's gonna take him?
His third year.
What?
His final year.
Wow. He said by his third year. Okay. All right. 3 years. Okay. Listen. Guru of Fanatics is documented. David is documented. The stuff I said about him being the most powerful coach is documented. B. Clark is documented. Jeannie is documented. I just want to make sure y'all, if y'all want to recant anything, speak now, or I want to make sure. Kamisha said a lot.
I want to recant. I want to recant because the power struggle in the Pac-12 is about to change. USC is leaving. Oregon is leaving. So first year he's gonna get beat up. He's gonna go 3-7 or 4-6. 2024, because he is what he is, he's gonna go there and shine. Is he gonna win the Pac-12? No, I'm not saying that.
But that $5 million is gonna be real nice either way, though.
Say again?
Because that money still spent real good the same way, though. That
Yes, like the landscape of it all is next year. Next year he's gonna get his recruits. He's gonna get the transfer portal. But Pac-12 is what it is. He's not just gonna go in there and dominate.
I got a question for Jeannie and all of y'all, but I'm gonna start with Jeannie because she went to HBCU. So earlier this year during the season when they played, I believe it was Alabama A&M. Is that Eddie Robinson Jr.'s team? Was that the team? The Alabama?
That's great. That's Grambling.
What was the school that my man? They had a little interaction after the game where he didn't want to shake Deion's hand. That was Alabama A&M, right?
No.
What school was
Grambling.
that? No, that wasn't Grambling. Whatever.
I don't watch college.
All right. So here's my thing. Here's my thing to all of y'all. But Jeannie, so
you remember the incident, Jeannie?
It was an incident where after the game, Jackson State beat that team, and the coach and Deion met at the field at the end of the game. To shake hands and good game, coach. And when he came to shake his hand, Deion wanted to do the bro hug, piece you up and get a hug. My man was like, nah. He pieced him up and gave him the nah, don't hug me, and walked away. And it was a little thing. So when he went and they met him, they talked to him in the press conference afterwards. The coach made a declaration that Deion is not swag.
It was Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama.
Alabama.
Yes, Alabama. I know. I told you I'm getting my job. I'm talking about Alabama. So yeah, questioning me. I know my stuff. So with him going and making that declaration, my glorious panel, that Deion is not swag. Was he on to something? Was he on to something? Because he's gone now. This was a come up. Let's be honest. David, I'm going to wait and save you the last. Lamar, I'm going to you first. Jeannie, I want you to think about that. Was he swag? since now he gone, because he said that after the game. He said, I'm swag. My dad was a coach here. It's in my blood. I'm in the coaching line. Dion only here temporarily. He not swag.
You could be whatever you want to be in the United States.
That sound good. That sound good, but
No.
He was
Lamar,
just jealous.
hold up, Lamar and Jeannie. I'm gonna start with y'all two first. Jeannie, I'm gonna give you a second to think about it. You wasn't too familiar with it, but Lamar, I'm gonna go to you. What's your thought? Is there some validity to his statement that Dion ain't swag? Was he right?
At the time, he was swag. He ain't swag no more.
I agree. Subject to change.
At the time, he was swag because he was bringing a lot of money and a lot of popularity to the conference.
Okay.
But now he's not swag no more.
He not swag.
No, because whenever
Nope.
Don't interrupt him. Let me mute myself.
Wait, finish. Because when you change teams, you could be a Niners, one day, and then next week you
That
could
ain't how
be,
that
you
works in
can be
sports.
whatever you are. It does.
It don't work like that.
Yes.
That's true.
People
But I want to know.
change
Hold on.
Kamisha cut that. I'm gonna shut up
Hey,
because I'm
Lamar.
last. But Kamisha cut that comment out. That's sick.
Yeah, so I want y'all to just think about that. I'm not trying to sway you, but I want to give y'all the fact that that did happen, where he called him out and said, "Yo, he not swag," and Dion responded and said, "If I ain't swag, who is swag?"
Dion's being cocky though. I don't like Dion as a person.
Can I rebuttal?
I'm just saying he could do whatever he want to do.
Yeah, go ahead, B. Clark.
Look, so let's think about it. Did
There's
anybody
some truth to that statement.
Did anybody see the pregame speech? That was Alabama A&M homecoming. That was their homecoming.
And they picked
Right.
State
They
game.
picked Jackson State. He said, "Y'all invited us here for a homecoming." I think it was a coaching tool to hype up his kids. The reason he did not go over there. Let's stare at him. Let's do this, right? Let's stare at him. Let's get him intimidated. Let's do that, right?
Okay.
That's a coaching tool. Coaching tool, right? Now afterwards, right? After we beat you down at your homecoming, all right, yeah. If you don't want to dap me up, you don't want to dap me up. But I use that as a coaching tool to say this is what it is.
Okay.
Good comment.
I like that. So that was billboard material. Something to get them hyped up the next time they play him. That's what you think? I respect it. I respect it. Jeannie, I gave you time to think about it. What's your take?
Your last comment.
HBCU alumni.
We're about to move on. Y'all
What's your
taking too
take?
long.
Oh, that has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have an opinion. I don't have an opinion. I just want to talk about my Steelers.
I got you.
Right.
Let me as we get ready to close this particular topic, if nobody else has anything else to say on it, let me make sure I just read some of his impact. He did have impact, so I can't make it up. Now, David, I know you listening, so if there's anything that I quote that is not true, Timmy, you're a historian as well, L, B. Clark, all of y'all that know that's familiar, if there's anything I say that they listed as an impact and it's incorrect or it's not validated, let me know. First thing that he says, and also we had a question. Somebody made a comment that said the problem is how he left. In my opinion, that's the problem. He don't like how he left.
I get
I get that, and that's my issue as well. Is like,
but it's done. Let's
but it's
move
done.
on.
No, we gotta bring it full circle. Full circle.
So we gotta move on.
All right, so listen, economic impact: $30 million to the city of Jackson, Mississippi. This is what they saying he's done. $9 million for 2022 for JSU homecoming. $4 million for Boombox Classic. You know the big boombox that my man has. Number one recruiting class in HBCU history. We know that was a big one. Signed the first 5-star recruit to an HBCU in HBCU history. These are some of the accomplishments. If anything's off, let me know. Most number of quality prospects to commit to HBCU in history in 2021, put HBCU on the map nationally. Television media, ESPN TV deals with SWAC, $120 million over 10 years, 125 games aired throughout the 2022 season. And the last thing is College Game Day came to JSU, only the second time in the history that they came to HBCU campus, not to mention the pro day that they have with NFL. So to say all of that is, those are his accomplishments. So regardless of how we feel, like I don't like how he left and I don't like Colorado, I cannot take away what he accomplished. So all the best to him. Like I can't take away from him. Go ahead, David.
No one is sitting here and not recognizing his accomplishments. Because if anybody do that, they're stupid. And I'm not calling y'all
There's
stupid.
a lot of
I'm
feedback.
just
I
saying
can't hear.
what is real is real. Dion was perhaps next to Eddie Robinson the most impactful coach in the HBCU. And he did that in a 3-year time period in which he went 27-5. That's a ridiculous number in 3 years. I just want to make sure that the negative impact as a coach is felt the same way. When you walk,
Proceed.
when you walk into my family house and talk about,
No, we heard it 9 times. We heard it echo.
okay,
Don't beat the
but
dead horse.
let's
He's
make
dead
it
already.
clear.
He's dead.
We was agreeing with
Let's
you.
make it clear. When you do that, and then you have the nerve to say I'm swag, and then 4 weeks later, jump to the Pac-12, jump to those other people programs.
Yeah.
You lost me. You lost me, and he lost me on that matter. And he lost me on that matter because he doesn't understand what those other people did. Those other people set it up to where he had the worst program. So that when he fails, they have a reason to say, "Oh, this is what y'all was talking about 3 years ago, and now he's garbage now."
So
no, I hope he succeeds,
Yeah.
but let's not
How do you do a
understand the
violin?
rabbit hole he jumped into.
How do you do a violin? I don't know how to even do a
So
violin. But...
so let me see. So I guess one of the big things is as I wrap this up, like I'm wrapping this up unless somebody else got something else to chime in on it. I guess a lot of the issue that people have is similar to what David said, is the best black coaching opportunity is still not good enough compared to the worst white coaching opportunity, because he went from 12-0 to 11-1. I mean 1-11.
That's all I'm saying.
So
That's
that's
all
what
I've
they
been
said.
saying.
So 12-0 with an HBCU wasn't enough to keep you from going to a 1-11 team. So that's why people have like an issue with it. So I get both sides.
Move on.
Stanford job wide open. Auburn job wide
Well, that's not the
open.
job he wanted.
Cincinnati job wide open.
He like Colorado. Listen, man. I want anybody that's listening. I hope that everybody that's been supporting the HBCUs continue supporting the games, because they're gonna need it. They're gonna take a blow. I think we can all agree they're gonna take a hit. Does everyone agree with that? That they're gonna take a big hit?
Perhaps.
You on camera? It's documented.
No,
Say that again.
I'm just saying.
Why? Why? Do you know why? Because
change, but
there are other HBCUs,
they're gonna be okay.
HBCU coaches that are down there. Hugh Jackson is still down there. Eddie George is still down there. So all they have to do is take the primetime formula and turn it to their.
Oh, don't be using my words now. No.
That's all they have to do. That's all they have to do. Hugh Jackson is not a bad coach. Eddie George just went 5-6 this year in his first year down there. So no, I don't think they're gonna struggle. All they have to do is take primetime formula and turn it into theirs. So no, I don't. No, it's not gonna be a long term. We're not talking about HBCUs any longer. So the gift that he brought there was this is my roadmap. This is how you succeed.
Yep.
Eddie George and Hugh Jackson can do the same thing, and they don't have as much hype as him, but they have enough clout in the NFL business model to do the same thing. Okay. And I'm glad that Dion brought that opportunity.
I agree with you on that note. And so we move on. And somebody said in the chat, money talks. And so on that note, this was a good discussion. Move on to the next, so because nobody want to talk about no losing Steelers. Where's she at? She gone. Okay,
she floated in the background. So listen, we tapped in. Thank you, David. Thank you, everybody, for your thoughts and perspective on Dion. We now moving on.
I think 49ers fans need to recognize they're playing the Buccaneers this week, and I don't know if anybody saw the last game they played, but. You got a little challenge, and then
I think we look pretty good personally, but you know.
I mean, I think you look pretty good too, and I don't think they always look good, but I'm not sure this week because who's your quarterback?
It's Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, but he relevant now. he relevant now.
At this point, I'm about to go be the quarterback.
Are we week 13 or 14? What are we in right now? What week
14.
is this? Is 14. All right, thank y'all, because I'm about to. So we have transitioned from Dion. I don't think I missed anything. I think we unpacked it.
No, we
just,
done.
So just remember my declaration. Most powerful coach in college right now, ahead of Nick Saban. He's the most powerful coach.
Allegedly.
Remember I said that today.
Right, allegedly. Like,
so we are now in the NFL now. NFL week 14. Some teams won, some teams lost. Some teams are still in it. The Raiders are on
Why you on the Steelers so hard? Why are you on the Steelers so hard?
No, I don't remember the Steelers. They won?
Steelers won 2 weeks in a row. Is that correct,
yes. Yes, it's correct.
Oh, that's why she's here.
So the Steelers have won 2 in a row, and then obviously the Cowboys are hot. They put up a 50 burger on somebody.
Yeah, but that's because the Colts lay down. They just laid down and
I felt like Jeff Saturday should have got fired immediately after that game because that was a horrible. That was horrible.
They didn't even show up.
So I think they're just looking for some draft picks.
So I'm gonna start with ladies first because Jeannie, I don't know when the next time I'll see you. So I'm gonna take.
I'll be here next week. It's okay. Win or lose, I'm still wearing the hat.
You're right. She wore that hat like every.
Shout out to Raheem in case when you see this. So, Jeannie.
Oh yeah.
Are you still in favor of Tomlin being fired? Don't think we forgot because we heard you a couple of weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
So I'm absolutely in favor of Tomlin being fired. Just like Dion had his 3 years and it was time to move on, I think it's time to move on. I don't think he's a bad coach. I don't think he's a bad coach. I think his time is done here.
Wow.
She said that.
Wow. Okay. So
no, it's not that big of a wow. I mean, if you go on the Steelers pages, half of us are saying that. It's not like I'm the only one out here saying this.
So you have a Falcons fan because y'all played the Falcons. He said we gave away the game like always against the Steelers. They gave y'all that game. Y'all didn't take it.
But like he said, like always. So it's not just to the Steelers. They gave the game away like always to everybody, not just us.
So
and we played a little bit better. But we still have work to do.
So how did you guys end up winning like 2 in a row? What has changed? What did you guys?
I don't know. I think Kenny's getting a little bit more confident. I don't think that much has changed, to be honest with you. I think we just play the right teams.
The coach ain't
the right team.
He said the right team. Listen.
Wait, see, I was trying not to cut you off, but I'm gonna say this. I'm out of the rest of the games we have on our slate.
Wait a minute,
I'm more scared of y'all than the Miami Dolphins.
David, she don't know what fan you are.
He's not repping any team. It must be the Falcons. Oh, wait a minute.
I'm a die-hard Raider fan. But I'm telling you, out of the rest of the slate of our games, and we have to win them all, I'm more scared of that Steelers game than I'm scared of the Niners game and the Kansas City Chiefs game. Because Mike Tomlin does not fail. He doesn't fail.
Stop.
He failed against us.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Mike Tomlin doesn't fail. Why? Because he's a black man. Why doesn't Mike Tomlin fail? Because when we go to the playoffs, we're always one and done in the last 12.
You're always in the playoffs.
In the playoffs every year, though.
Not
You're
always.
always in the playoffs. Think about it. Like, yo, only one team wins the Super Bowl every year.
Hey, but we're never prepared.
Only 14 teams go to the playoffs, and the Steelers are there every year.
So
that's a trap game for me
right now. So you guys
that's a trap game.
So
we might not be there this year, and I credit a lot of that to Ben.
So Jeannie,
thank you.
5-7. Is there any chance of you creeping in?
Yeah, there's a chance. I mean, mathematically, there's a chance.
Do you want to be in, or you don't even want? You just ready for the draft?
Ready for next year.
I'm ready for next year, but to be honest, I always want to win. I don't ever want to lose. I'm just saying, I always want to win. But I don't know. We got some issues.
All right. I mean,
we got some issues.
So Pickett is playing. He's not looking like a rookie as much now. Najee,
he still looks like a rookie in my opinion, but he is he has a lot of confidence. Okay. You know, he does have a lot of confidence, and he's trying. He looks a little bit better every week to me. But but he's still, he's not making a lot of touchdowns. We got a lot of field goals.
Mhm.
Can you just say that?
I seen Najee stiff arm some dude and bounced his head off that floor like off the
That's
turf.
the best I
And
saw
broke his
Najee
back
all
and
year.
Oh, the
spine.
basketball player. That was embarrassing. I was like,
Jenny,
But that's the best I saw him all year. He's been injured and he hasn't looked that great.
can you just say the truth? Mike Canada, the offensive coordinator,
Gotta go.
needs to be fired.
He needed to be fired.
Mike Tomlin controls everything else. Like,
Wait a minute.
don't
Wait a minute.
don't
No,
blame everything on Mike Tomlin
I
because
didn't
hold up,
blame
David.
everything
Hold up.
on
Let
Mike
her rock.
Tomlin.
Let her rock. Go
I
ahead,
didn't
Dave.
say
Let her
that.
respond. Go ahead,
I
Jeannie.
never blamed everything on Mike Tomlin. In fact, I said he's a good coach. I said that. But I think that sometimes good coaches need to go somewhere else and be good there. And his time is done here. I think so. That's my opinion. I think he's done. I think I don't even think he has the fire he used to have on the field or anywhere else. He makes a lot of excuses and he needs to fire that OC.
I mean,
But it's consistent. We have consistently have had excellent teams, not this year, but in years past, and we haven't gone anywhere past
Who
where we
dog is
should have gone.
barking?
Who got a dog?
Oh, I think that's Jeannie.
That's
Jeannie.
the dog I'm babysitting. I'm babysitting.
That's why I
this
can't
dog.
mute it.
Oh, that's the dog. That's the dog you babysitting.
Yeah,
That's
his name is Mister. He won't shut up.
I'm
That's
like,
the guest
I'm
dog.
like, I'm trying to mute everybody line. I'm
I'm
like,
like, who
I think
dog?
it's the one talking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jeannie. Finish
No,
your
I'm just
you
saying.
want
I
the
don't think
offensive coordinator fired.
Mike Tomlin is a bad coach. I just think that he's a little stagnant here in Pittsburgh now. I don't think he has it in him anymore. I don't think he feels it the same way, and I feel like he needs to go, but not because he's terrible. I don't think that.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but
All right.
this is the same discussion we had last time when you came on about the same discussion we had last time. Right?
I feel the same.
My thing about it is, we talking about firing Mike Tomlin. Well, you'll have nobody there. Nobody. You have no.
And he still got them in the playoff race. There's nobody there, and they're 5-7.
You have no team. Your offensive line.
That's not true. I mean, our OL does look bad, but I'm saying we have some talent. We need to utilize it better.
No talent. You have no talent.
That's not true. That's not true.
I'm gonna put you right here. All right.
I don't even care what a Dallas Cowboys fan has to say.
No, let's talk real football. Let's talk real football.
That's a fact.
Let's talk real football. Okay. Your offensive line, same as when Ben Roethlisberger was there. He was running for his life when Ben Roethlisberger was there, running for his life, right? Your secondary is trash, right? Secondary, giving them numbers, right? It's trash, right? Your quarterback is Kenny Pickett. He got to be developed. He in the rebuilding year. He got to be developed. He probably can come along better. But I think what Pittsburgh Steelers fans are used to winning all the time. You are in a rebuild. You lost your quarterback, your Hall of Fame quarterback. You are in a rebuilding mode, and Pittsburgh Steelers need to accept that, right? I had this discussion with somebody that was Pittsburgh.
The only problem that I have with what you're saying, and I agree with you to some extent. Now, Pittsburgh is not admitting to being in a rebuilding year. Our coach is not admitting to that.
Yeah, they haven't declared that. Yeah.
Whether everybody else feels that or not, because we lost our quarterback. He's not saying that. He wants to win. So he's not looking at it like we have to rebuild. We're doing this, we're doing that. He's not saying that. So that's number one. But the other thing is we have some talent that's just underdeveloped because we have poor coaching. And poor and you know what else we have a poor conditioning coach.
Give me somebody.
You can't say
injured all the time.
You cannot say poor coaching when you have one of the top 10 winningest coaches.
It's a lot of time for a 5-7 team. That's all I'm saying.
Like seriously, you're 5-7. Look at the rest of the games on your schedule.
The other thing I wanted to say to Dallas Cowboys.
Hold up, David.
The other thing I wanted to say is that I have felt this way for probably the last 4 years. This is not the first year.
Hold up. Go ahead. Finish your statement, Jeannie.
I was just saying this is not the first year I'm feeling like this. I feel like Mike needs to go. I think like we need some new blood.
Who's better than Mike? I've been searching for a coach for 10 years. Who's better than Mike Tomlin?
But I think you could take him and maybe he'll do good.
Who's better than Mike Tomlin? I'm a Raider fan. We went to the playoffs last year.
That was personal.
And
Oh,
we're gonna go to the
we
playoffs
had
this
no
year.
coach.
Who's better than Mike Tomlin?
Wow.
Nobody.
Name me 10 coaches better than Mike Tomlin.
Kid, not really.
I
Well,
saw-
maybe this year.
And I tell you this last time when you was on here for real, and I'm not picking on you or nothing like that.
What we thinking of my friend?
If Mike Tomlin was to get released by the Steelers right now, he would be the highest paid coach in the NFL.
What does that have to do with me, though? What does that have to do with the Steelers?
I see you, L. I got you, L. You right at the beginning.
But what everybody says that, but what does that have to do with the Steelers? You know, like I said before, when I was here before, you know, you can have two people in a marriage, two good people in a marriage, and it don't work out. But you go to another person and you get married to somebody else and it works out. You know, sometimes you need to change your place.
That marriage went to 2 Super Bowls.
Look,
that marriage went to 2 Super Bowls. I haven't been to the Super Bowl since 2002.
That's because you are a fan of the wrong team.
I haven't been to the Super Bowl since 2002. That marriage has been to 2 Super Bowls. That marriage has won 5 Super Bowls.
Let me mute y'all a little bit. Let me help y'all out. We not spending 30 minutes on no 5-17 when I got an undefeated team on here, a playoff team, and my boys. I'm gonna give all y'all losing teams some time, but meat and potatoes. Go ahead, Jeannie. Jeannie. So y'all got Baltimore coming up this week. What's your take on that? Y'all gonna beat Baltimore or what's going on? Y'all about to be 6-7? What you think?
Yeah, we're gonna beat Baltimore.
Jeannie is documented. I just want to make sure you know people can see this. I just want to make sure that
Man, I'm always gonna say we're gonna win.
Is Lamar Jackson playing this week?
No.
I know he was week to week.
But that's scary to me.
Lamar Jackson 2.0 playing quarterback.
We got a better record against Lamar than anybody else.
Lamar Jackson is out for 3 to 4 weeks.
They were saying I saw today they were saying week to week.
No, it's 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
It's a knee sprain. If it's an ankle sprain, you can recover from that. A knee sprain, 3 to 4 weeks. That's a month.
That's right. All right, Lamar, floor is yours. Why you got a little opening? Take that gap. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say this in regards to what
Jeannie,
our sister was saying from Pittsburgh. You know, I've been there. I went through various years with Andy Reid, and I used to think that there wasn't life after Andy Reid. After going to NFC championship games and going to the Super Bowl, but lo and behold, we wind up landing Doug Peterson, and that turned out nice for us. And he's not with us now. So you know, sometimes a change is what a team needs. So
I agree.
Hold on, Al. David, let it rock, David. Let it rock. Go ahead, Al.
So that's all I wanted to add in regards to what she was talking about. Change of scenery, change of coach in Pittsburgh. It's no knock on Mike Tomlin because he's going to go someplace else and he's probably going to continue to be a good coach. Just like Andy Reid, when he left us, he made noise with the Chiefs. So
you didn't win a Super Bowl with Andy Reid. They have won a Super Bowl with Tomlin, and Tomlin got them back into another Super Bowl.
It doesn't mean that he can coach
that was his second year. That was his second year, and he inherited Bill Cowher's team that was already built to win.
Thank you.
He said inherited.
That team was built to win that he was coaching.
And Doug Peterson and Chip Kelly inherited Andy Reid team and won the Super Bowl.
Well, no, not exactly, because Chip Kelly tore our team apart. The team that we had under Andy Reid was torn apart by Chip Kelly, and then Peterson built that team back up. You talking to an Eagles fan, bro?
Oh my God! We watching the wrong sport together because y'all crazy.
Doug Peterson's team was not Andy Reid's team.
You can have him.
Tomlinson is a great coach. Like don't do that.
It's Tomlin.
Don't bury that man. Don't bury that man when he's still gonna finish. And I don't know why Mike jumped off. Don't bury that man.
He's a good coach,
when
David.
He's still gonna finish with
he's a good coach.
500 record. I'm telling y'all now because that's the game I feel we're gonna lose.
Look what Timothy
I feel we're gonna lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's the game we're gonna lose that keep us out of the playoffs. Wow. Mike Tomlinson is still gonna finish with a 500 record
Tomlin
at 9-8.
David,
and y'all still gonna be asking for more.
Hey, David, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We know Pittsburgh doesn't make coaches
Pittsburgh has
like
applications
that.
available if
right,
you want.
just go ahead and go.
If you want to go rock with
Jeannie, give him that other hat you got.
The other what?
Winning teams, please. Winning teams. Winning teams. Let's talk winning teams.
I said, can you hear me?
Yes. Let's talk winning teams.
Yeah.
Let's talk winning teams.
Hold on, let me read. Can y'all hear me?
Baltimore wins 35-17. Who wrote that? Timothy
That's
Brown.
Timmy. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right. So let me read some of these comments because they coming in like hotcakes. So it's hard. I want to make sure I read them all off. So Ruben said Pittsburgh don't make coach moves like that, so he don't see y'all doing nothing of the sort.
We're not doing anything like that. Tomlin's gonna have to want to leave. That's it.
Yeah. So he said that's not gonna happen. Timmy said if Tomlin ends up leaving Pittsburgh, he will be the next head coach of the Houston Texans. The guru of fanatics has spoken. He be
100% agree.
Who's Ruben? Which one?
Ruben was on here with the he the Atlanta fan that was on here that had his
yeah.
He said they're a loyal franchise in regards to you guys making a coaching move. He don't see y'all doing that. Somebody on YouTube said Steelers are in a race just because of the league this year. Horrible teams records this year. So yeah, 5-7. Steelers still in the hunt. Raiders 6-7, then the hunt. Like it's kind of crazy out here for mediocrity, but it's working. Let me see. Somebody else is on the.
Yeah, and you and Seattle are about to have the same record in a minute.
I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one. Oh, they go. I don't know. I'm gonna get to me in a second.
Thank you, Jenny.
David.
Thank you, Jenny.
David.
Wait, what'd you say?
One, 6 and
Wait,
7
what did my friend say over there?
What? Go ahead. She hiding off camera with her
Reverend?
little comments. Go ahead. Say what you saying. Come on, camera.
Yeah, I heard you say something. But look at everybody. Look at this.
Earlier I asked
that was Justin after the Colts game.
Oh no, Jeannie, I was saying maybe you might want to send David one of your Steelers hats, since he really trying to be a, Steelers. You got extra hats, right? That's what I said earlier.
Since he loved Tomlin.
Oh, okay.
Tomlin, I mean,
yeah, he loves
Tomlin. No, I just respect the whole league, and
he loves
I respect the league. I need to go support my team, so I'm ready for the other subject that we were talking about, and then I'm gonna go watch us beat the Rams.
So look, Jeannie, I gave your team love. Hopefully, I'll see you next week. If not, I'll see you in 3 weeks when y'all win another game. So either way, I'll see you. So
excuse me,
NFL draft. NFL draft.
When is the draft? Stop playing. When is the draft?
I
can't wait.
April.
I am not
April.
Where's it gonna be? Because I want to go this year.
What the draft? I don't even know. Probably Vegas again. Maybe
no, not Vegas.
Who knows? Let me see. Make sure. So David, y'all are 6-7. You won tonight. I mean, you beat the Rams.
It ain't over.
Y'all will win. Oh, it's not over? I thought it was over. Okay. It's not. What's your take, man? How you feeling? You feeling like I know you made a declaration, 7 games straight. Y'all on what, a 3-game winning streak now? What you on right now?
I already told y'all, and that's why I'm about to go support my team. I told y'all 7-game winning streak. I told y'all eliminated a Super Bowl. I told y'all. I'm gonna keep poking his hand at y'all. I told y'all. Don't worry about us.
Poke that bear.
The only person that can worry about us, Byron, cut it out. The only person that can worry about us is me and Mark Davis. And we both good because I got his secretary number, and I know the scoop on my Vegas Raiders. So I'm good with that. And I told y'all, we going to the playoffs. After
you were ready to say Super Bowl. You were ready to say Super Bowl.
He was real quiet.
You're about to say Super Bowl. Who's right?
Kamisha, we're going to the playoffs. By the time we go to the playoffs, we will have a 100% healthy roster without me naming injuries like your husband does every day on the chat line. I will not mention injuries, and then we're going to blow Cincinnati out because I want revenge against Cincinnati first. I want revenge against Cincinnati.
Oh, good luck with
because
that.
of what they did last year. And then we're going to go into Kansas City and beat them by 21 points. And then we're going to go into the AFC Championship game and beat the Buffalo Bills. And then we're going to play your husband's team all over again in the Super Bowl and win. I told y'all this before it even happened. And now I'm naming it game by game how it's going to happen. We're going to beat Cincinnati.
You believe that?
I have one word
Yes,
for you.
I 100% believe that.
I have one word for you, David.
He's a believer, though.
Why not us?
Why not us? I said that last year, and that got us into the playoffs. I brought cupcakes. On this show 7 weeks in a row last week, and I'm pointing a finger at y'all now.
Whatever
For 7 weeks, and then 4 weeks into the Super Bowl.
I told you so.
Because y'all keep doubting me, and I keep telling y'all the truth.
It's in Kansas City.
And you're not beating Kansas City in Kansas City, man.
That's week 18 when they're gonna be resting players. Week 17, we play y'all with your third string quarterback. The only team I'm worried about is those Pittsburgh Steelers. And yes, Jeannie, I'm worried about y'all because y'all gonna be in a fight mode with us. If we beat y'all, we go into the Super Bowl. If we don't beat y'all, then yeah, I'll be waiting on the draft. Jeannie, you are the only team, not the Rams, not the Patriots, not the Niners, not
the draft is in Kansas City.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are the only team that can keep us from going to the Super Bowl. If y'all beat us 3 weeks from now, I'll shut up and I'll just talk football minus the Raiders. If y'all don't
can you
beat
make
us,
sure you send me a
I'm
message
talking
to
Super
be
Bowl
on?
all the way.
Trash!
I had to do it. You talking crazy. Talk about Super Bowl, man. You better hope you get a winning record. You talk about Super Bowl, man. You do a little. I like that you reaching out. I like it's documented.
He said, "Move on from David, please."
Crazy, B. Clark. You know it. He sound crazy right now. Look, Ruben got a message for you. Ruben said, "Stop the cap."
I told you a 7-game winning streak.
Hey,
y'all laughed at me because we lost to the Texans, and then I told y'all it's coming. Three wins in a row, and we're playing in the Rams right now. I was going to get on the Brittany Griner thing, but I got to go support my team.
Go support
I'm
your
about
team.
to go off air.
Salute. Enjoy, man. Enjoy your win against the Rams.
Love y'all. Y'all have a great night.
Later, man.
All right, bro.
All right, yo, I'm doing it in order. The losers, next winner to the winner. Cowboys, 53.
Guess I'm going last.
The 53 burger. Yeah, you last, L. Sorry, because you got the winning record.
Everybody got winning record. What you mean?
No, but
I don't.
They ain't got no losses on their belt. No, they got one loss.
One loss.
That means the 49ers supposed to go first.
Oh, no, well, okay. Listen,
he's right, technically. He's right, technically.
All right, so listen. As luck would have it, my other starter got hurt. I lost one starter in week 2, and now I lost my backup starter, and now he's going for the year. And now I'm down to my third string, last pick in the draft, quarterback Brock Purdy from Iowa State. And Purdy looked pretty good. They had him throw 37 times, which I don't know why they had him throw that much, but the team did not want to sign Baker Mayfield. They felt confident with Purdy, so Purdy is our starting quarterback from here on out. And Lamar, you said something that resonated in my spirit, sir. You said it would be a great story for Mr. Irrelevant to take us to the playoffs in the Super Bowl. I think you might be
not Super Bowl. I win that Super Bowl. Come on now. Playoffs.
I'm gonna tell you what though.
Playoffs. Not Super Bowl.
I added that in there. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But though, if this was happening to any other team in the league, they would fold, right? The 49ers is built for this, and I'm going to tell you why, right? Garoppolo was not that shiny, flashy quarterback where I'm going to throw down the field. All you need is somebody who's going to protect the football, play conservative football.
There you go.
Right? You got the best coach in the league to do it. right?
Argument there.
Kyle Shanahan is gonna put that guy, gonna put Purdy in a position to take care of the football. They already showed you that they trust him. They let the boy throw the ball 37 times.
37 times.
Right?
Yeah.
They trust him. They threw it 37 times. Right?
Yeah.
So
touchdowns, by the way, 2 touchdowns.
Right, 2 touchdowns. Right? So I don't remember I think he threw 1 pick, I think. Right?
He threw 1 pick. Yeah,
he threw one pick. Mm-hmm. But your defense
lights out.
This roster right here, nope. Even with Grop, even with Purdy, whichever.
Philly, we coming, Philly.
This remind me of the Ray Lewis Super Bowl team, right? Defense is great. They had Flacco. Flacco wasn't this flashy quarterback. He took care of the ball. He managed the game. That's all Purdy got to do, right? Don't turn the ball over. That's all they got to do.
Yep.
Right.
5 yards here, 6 yards here. Let them run. Right. Take a deep shot if you got it, but be smart with the ball. You out of here? All right, Jenny. Later.
Yeah, I see you guys.
We'll see you on the next winning streak for them.
Next week. No, next week. I ain't like that. I was away.
I'm gonna text you.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
I'm sure she out of here too. Now that we about to talk about Eagles and Cowboys.
I don't want to talk about none of these.
She ain't listening to Cowboys and Philly. I already know that. She gonna ride it out for now. But yeah, man. Outside of that, I think our defense is on point. I like what we doing. I'm put y'all. Listen, I told y'all we had a really good backfield. Elijah got hurt. Jordan Mason was averaging 55.1 yards a carry. He had like 50 yards on like 8 carries. Jordan Mason, number 24 from Georgia Tech, runs hard. And
yes, he does.
Is the guy that's our security blanket. Listen, I feel good with what we have. Again, next man up. I mean, only on Fanatics can I be down to my 3rd quarterback and still no one cares and gives me no slack. That's crazy. You're like, no, next man up. So
any other team they done.
With a
Kyle Shanahan is one of the best quarterback coaches in the league. Right? In the league.
Yeah.
Hands down. Right? Probably the best. For real. Probably the best. And when you go,
I think Andy Reid might be pretty good.
Andy Reid up there, but a Patrick Mahomes, man. Like you got a Patrick Mahomes. But
they lost though. They lost. But for us, I'll say this, man. All I have to say for us is that I think we can pull out some games and secure the spot. We still in the race. That's all that counts. Again, my prediction stands. Philly, Niners, NFC Championship. Either way, I'm at that game. Wherever it's at, I'm at that game. Let's know. I will be in
Philadelphia.
I prefer not to go to Philly.
Cowboys.
You can drive there, Mike. You can drive there. Hour and 30 minutes.
I know how y'all fans are. I'm gonna end up in a fight in the daggone stadium.
No, you won't.
It's gonna be the Giants.
Giants. Who said the Giants?
Giants.
So
who is that?
Oh no! Number 1 hater.
I'm here.
I know Terrence loves Philly. So Terrence, if you play Philly in the NFC Championship like I predicted, you coming to that game, right? In Philly, right? You gonna be there?
It won't be in Philly. You coming to Texas?
No, for what? I ain't going for what? I ain't going up there. I want to be here.
You ain't going up there.
I'll tell you what.
That's double trash.
Christmas Eve coming soon. Christmas Eve coming soon.
Yeah, it's right around the corner. Yeah, they got
2 weeks, B. Clark.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so I'm all for us, but I predict us. We got Tom Brady home game again. Our last home game, we had 3 straight. Tom Brady coming to us. Brock Purdy to starting, Mr. Relevant now. Don't call him Mr. Irrelevant. Call him Mr. Relevant now. He's gonna be going head to head with the GOAT, with one of the greatest. So we'll see how that play out, man. But I'm feeling confident.
0-6.
And listen, I know some people been trying to put some voodoo on my boys that they've been getting hurt and dropping like flies. I'm not gonna stand for no more voodoo that's been put. I'm tired of this nonsense. voodoo. And then my quarterback break his foot. Can't win, man. But listen, I'm on my night. Drum roll. Cowboys. Listen, man. I know you happy and disappointed at the same time. Y'all put up 53. You treated old boy. Old boy came into your state, came in to Texas. Y'all courted him like he was the best looking woman in the world. Y'all took him to the game. Y'all was showing him off. All to find out he is not healthy enough to play. How you feeling right now?
The big thing about OBJ was that he wasn't gonna be ready in the middle of January, and he wasn't ready. So it's hard to bring somebody in there, and he ain't got signed yet. It still ain't saying that we're not gonna sign him, but
he can't play till when?
middle of January. They said the middle of January. So if we come in playoffs, it's hard to put somebody in the offense and integrate somebody in the offense, somebody like that in the middle of January playoff time. It's hard, right? Yeah. And so when I look, I mean, would I take him? I take an 80% OBJ over probably. I mean, 80% OBJ probably better than 80% of the wide receivers in the league right now.
Especially the Denver receivers. He definitely better than like
yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. Quarterback.
I'm gonna put it like this. Look, we talking about the cap. Look, like this. I'm gonna tell you like this.
Go ahead.
My first point is Christmas Eve coming soon. Eagles, we coming, right?
Who's singing? Who gonna be singing? Is it gonna be? Are you gonna have to give an encore, or is it gonna be Lamar singing? Who's singing this time?
It ain't. I hope the Eagles don't win another game the rest of the season. I'm telling you that right now. But I'm gonna tell you. So look, this is
about. I'm down with that.
Yeah. So look, we had a great. We put up a 50 bang, but we did lose Anthony Brown for the rest of the season, right? We lost Anthony Brown. We lost a torn Achilles.
Is that a bad thing since he was the worst corner on the team? What you think?
Right.
It's not a bad. We play a lot of zone. So I mean, come on. I mean, you got Kelvin Joseph starting now. But the thing about it this week that we're going into Houston, which 1-10. I mean, it really don't matter. But we get Tyron Smith back this week, which means we get to move which means we move the rookie inside to the guard where he usually play at, and Tyron Smith. So that line back right.
Lamar, you worried about that? Tyron coming
back? Not at all. Not at all.
I'm gonna tell you right now. So,
he real cocky right now.
He cocky. They're 11-1. They went in there and beat Tennessee. All right. They
by the way.
Right.
Real bad.
They beat a Minnesota team by a little bit. We blew them out. Right.
We blew them out too.
All right. And then we came back and put up a 50 piece. Right. We playing Houston this week, and then we got Jackson after that, and then we coming for y'all Eagles. Look, I'm jumping ahead right now because Houston and Jacks, I'm not really worried about them, but there are games we got to take it week by week. But Eagles, I'm telling you right now, y'all do not wow me right now.
Wow.
Listen, we're the biggest game left on your schedule.
Right, you are. And I'm gonna validate that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're running defense, not there, right? Not there at all.
Neither's the Cowboys.
Right, but I'm gonna make you pass the ball. I'm gonna make you throw the ball.
Aaron, wait, hold on. Why Aaron? Come on, because y'all talking about the Eagles. AC, where you was at? Now you talking about Eagles. Now you want to come on?
Cowboys. Cowboys.
I was on YouTube.
Cowboys is ready. We coming.
Listen, man, I cannot take away from 53 points as much as I want to because I'm like Jeff Saturday's corny and horrible coach, but y'all made it look so easy. I'm like,
and 30 in the fourth.
That's crazy.
Listen, did any of y'all watch that game?
I did. It was boring.
Listen what
no one is talking about is that they went for a 2-point conversion and failed going into the fourth quarter. That game could have been tied going into the fourth quarter.
Ooh, the fight.
I still put up 30 in the fourth quarter. I still
put up
30.
Right. Very impressive.
30. So what?
Yo, that was the most most condescending. Very impressive.
I put up 30.
I like it.
I put up 30. You put a 2-point conversion and go in tied to the fourth quarter. I put up 30 points to your 0, and then let's see who win the game.
All right, well, listen, y'all gonna get
Cowboys.
We all gonna be home watching that bad boy because I'm gonna be wrapping my presents and making sure that I'm watching the Christmas Eve game. That's gonna be a good one. So we gonna see what happens.
I got something to say.
Can I talk now? Aaron, you just got here. You gotta wait, bro. You gotta wait. You gotta wait your turn, Aaron. You gotta wait your turn. I've been waiting all night. I'm about to go. I'm about to go.
Hold on.
First, before I say anything, I need my muter hated. I need my hater muted. I said it backwards.
He muted. He can't talk. Go ahead, Terry.
Mute me.
Not you, Clark. You good. You good. You good.
No, look.
You good.
Mute me.
You good. You good.
I'm your hater. This is a cowboy. I'm your hater, baby.
It's expected. It's expected. Nah, I just wanted to say this, man. This week we got the Giants, and we see that none of them decided to show up on the show this week because they know they're in trouble. The truth of the matter is this. I said it to Mark 2 weeks ago, that right now, Brother Clark, it's a two-man race. They lost. They just basically tied with Washington, and that was a win-win for the Dallas Cowboys and the Eagles. So moving forward, what we have to do is just basically keep winning games. Even if we lose to y'all, if we win the rest of those games that we have on our schedule, we're going to wrap up the division. We're going to get the first round bye. You're going to have to deal with the 49ers or Minnesota or one of the other teams, and then we'll see when we face y'all in the playoffs. And we know your playoff history ain't been looking too good. So that's what it's going to come down to when we deal with Eagles versus Cowboys. So even if you get the next game, the way we've been rocking, it's really not going to matter that much. It's going to matter to y'all for your confidence. Y'all going to feel good about it. You're going to say, we got Dak, and we beat them with Dak. And yeah, they beat us with Cooper Rush, but we beat them with Dak. But trust me, it's only going to matter when we get into the playoffs. And that's what we need to talk about. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this question.
Aaron, I got you.
When the Cowboys played the Eagles, right? What was the score? Y'all beat us by
loss.
We won by like 8 points. Didn't we beat y'all by like 8 or 9 points? I think it was 9 points.
You won by a touchdown, right?
And that was with your
It was like 9 points.
And so the reason I asked that question, you won by a touchdown to a quarterback that only threw the ball 13 times.
We won by two possessions.
That's because
we kicked the field goal to go up by 2 possessions.
Because we couldn't stop after the break.
Let me tell you something.
Last week.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. Look,
Aaron, you break it in and out. Aaron, you gotta get that together. You already know. I already told you. Get that audio together. Go ahead, B. Clark.
We got that bet going on right now. If it come on, I'm telling you right now. You got to go get a Cowboy jersey, bro. I'm telling you right now. You got to wear it for the rest of the season. It's coming. It's coming.
That wasn't the bet, bro. look how stuff is getting added. He ain't wearing no Eagles jersey.
We them boys, and we coming, right? Because technically, for real, if you look back at it and go back at it, the Eagles, your rushing defense is great. Your defense is good. You coming up. You lost your safety, right? Your safety is gone. But y'all haven't played anybody that flexed that safety position yet.
Yes. Look, Blake and Ship been playing pretty good, huh?
You haven't played anybody that flexed that safety position where you lost.
We only played one game without C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
True. And who do you play? Nobody.
We only played one game. We played Tennessee. We played Tennessee.
Let me post up David comments so y'all can see. David said Eagles need someone to eliminate Cowboys in the playoffs to go to the Super Bowl. Basically, he's saying if y'all go head to head, Cowboys gonna take that. Y'all need somebody else to do your dirty work.
Thanks, David.
First of all, let me say this. It's funny he made that comment. But I'll say this, the Cowboys need to get to where we are in order for that matchup to happen. And we're not going to face each other in the second round based upon the way that we are listed in the standings. So you're going to have to try and get to Philadelphia. The game will be at Philadelphia if you get there. So I'm not concerned. Trust me, I'm not concerned.
All the people.
Eagles.
Look,
Die.
and look. Let's be real. Let's be real. We can't count. The whole NFC East is real right now, right?
Yeah.
Whole NFC East is real right now. And look, going into New York, I mean, playing the Giants is not an easy task. I mean, we beat up on each other. No matter what our record is, divisional wise, it's a hard game, man.
Yes, I agree. That's gonna be a tough game, and we got to play them twice.
And
we play y'all.
And I'm gonna tell you what: lose this week and see what happens.
Wow, Terrence. Since I got you here, look at the comment that David said, and I want to know what you think about that. He said Dallas is the best team in football over the last 7 weeks, plain and simple. Any arguments there, Terrence, or you agree?
Nope. I've been putting the brakes off Cats. So defensively, they've been getting back. You know what I mean? They've been putting up them points, man. So I don't agree with David anyway. So
and look,
I agree.
I agree.
David Mouth is bound to speak well of the Cowboys based upon his bet with Mark.
Oh yeah, that's true. Even though he got
Terrence,
he still don't know.
Terrence,
you ever see a horse?
Terrence is secretly in cahoots with Mark, so he gonna agree with everything that Mark says. He's against Philly. He's against the 49ers, so his opinion don't matter. The only person I'm listening to right now is Mr. Clark. So let that be known to everybody watching right now.
David, you're free from the curse, David. He let you be free. You're not bound by it no more.
I guess.
Terrence is the subject of living in Delaware. That's what his problem is.
Now, I'm gonna say. I gotta go.
We talk about we talk about
voodoo on the seat. Put it because I was leaving. I didn't have it on
the Seagulls or the Eagles now.
I put it on the Seagulls now too. You know,
you've been doing that.
So,
yo, this dude been celebrating. Look at this.
I'm gonna say it like this though. Mark, let me say this though.
Go ahead as I get ready to go to the Eagles.
If I like I'm a Cowboy fan, so I think we up there. I think the Eagles up there, right? Don't get me wrong. Offensive, defensive, I think those two teams all around. But even though, and I'm not trying to boast you up because you're the host or whatever, or do whatever you're trying to do. I still think the team that beat in the NFC because of their defense is the 49ers.
Wow.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you look at it, we talking about high power offenses putting up 12, 13 points.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so if I got any quarterback in the NFL, no matter where you come from, if I'm good enough to make an NFL, I can put up 12 points.
Yeah.
I can put up 12 points. So if my defense come up and I'm limiting them to 12, 13 points here, you know what I mean? You went into Miami. You know what I mean? In Miami.
They came to us. They got shellacked, but they came to us.
Oh, whatever it may be. You lost your starting quarterback in the first quarter. Going in with third string quarterback.
Who had not won. He had not taken not one snap with the first team at all. Like he literally was like, word, I gotta get in.
But Shanahan knows what he's doing. You go in there, right? We can't stop Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill gonna get his.
He gonna get it. That's the fact. Terrence, that's the fastest man I ever seen in equipment in my life. That man is mad fast, bro.
Yes.
I don't know if I ever seen anybody that fast, dude.
I think, to me, no matter what the record may be in the NFC, I think that San Francisco right now is the team to beat in the NFC. I think 49ers, Cowboys, Eagles right neck and neck. That's Minnesota is out of there. Minnesota is out of there, right?
Okay.
Everybody crush Minnesota. Minnesota is out of there, right? Who else is in the NFC really besides those teams?
I don't know, but I'm gonna thank you, B Clark. I'm gonna go to L now because we at that point where I gotta go to the team that is, what you got the best. You still got the best record in the league.
Yes, we 11-1.
That's impressive, man. I can't even
That
say
don't
nothing
matter.
about that. Break
Listen,
down
I'm
the
I'm
magic, man. Go ahead,
I'm
talk to him.
I'm gonna be really quick. And if we win this week, we clinch a playoff berth. We beat the Giants, we're in the playoffs.
Y'all in the playoffs.
Yeah. So
Let's
we've been
go.
talking about Philly. We kind of been talking about Philadelphia and the Cowboys at the same time, mixing in a little 49ers.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is this: the teams that's really contenders for the NFC is on this panel right now. That's just the facts of the matter. So I'm not going to sit up here and argue and go back and forth over anything that you said. Of course, you're going to speak well of your Cowboys. I'm going to speak well of my Eagles. And of course, Mike is going to rock with his 49ers. But at the end of the day, when we get in the playoffs, we're going to see what happens. And right now, it's looking like all roads is going to have to go through Philadelphia. And that's going to be where either one of y'all teams is going to have to come and pull out a victory. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to just keep taking it 1 week at a time. I've been saying this all year long. I'm not pumping up the record. I'm not pumping up the accomplishments. I mean, it speaks for themselves. But there's things that we need to get better at, I will admit, and hopefully we working on those things. And you'll see once playoff times, look, this is one of the best seasons that I've seen as an Eagles fan. And I've been rocking with this team since the early 90s. And every time we've won 10 or more games, we went to the Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying.
Let me ask you this question, though. Let me ask you this question. And this for the whole panel, though.
Yep.
So if the playoffs started right now, right? So we'd be number 5. 49ers winning the division. 49ers winning the division. Eagles win the conference. Get the bye. Mm-hmm. We would play Tampa. We would go to Tampa. Let's say we beat Tampa, right? Mm-hmm. 49ers play. 49ers win. Guess what? Second round, we coming to Philly.
You coming to Philly.
We coming to Philly. If it started right now. And I don't see it changing right now unless even beat y'all. Let's say we beat y'all. Let's say we beat y'all Christmas. It still doesn't change anything because you're still number 1. Right?
What can change is if the Seahawks regain the lead of the NFC West and then the 49ers is the wild card.
We would still come to Philly unless the 49ers beat the Seahawks.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So there's still some shake up there.
So,
but either way, we got to be prepared for whoever comes to Philly. And trust me, we'll be ready.
Who is the team that you would not like to see to come to Philly?
That's a good question.
Who is the team I would not like to see come to Philly?
No, I mean, that's real. out of real football, playoffs started right now. Who would you not like to see to come to Philly? Playoff game.
Right now, I feel like we would be any team that's in the playoff race right now.
Really?
I'm being honest. Before I would say San Francisco, but with their quarterback situation, you know what I mean? That's always a wild card. That's a hit or miss. I mean, with all the defensive play that the strong defensive play that all those points you brought out is true. But he might mess around and give away a game. He could turn the ball over 3 or 4 times, and that can mess them up no matter how good their defensive plays. You know what I mean? And y'all got to get past that playoff jakes. You know what I mean? And you gotta.
You can't.
Hold up, B Clark. Let it rock. B Clark, hold up. Go ahead.
You got to keep it real. Pressure is on the Dallas Cowboys. I think it's more pressure on y'all right now than there's more pressure on us. There's people out there, and I'm not gonna mention no other sources, but trust me, there are people out there, and I'm telling you, the disrespect is real. There are people out there who still believes right now, and they're saying it, that the Dallas Cowboys are the front runners to win the NFC, to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Even though our record is what it is, trust me, I'm hearing all of this stuff. Our team is hearing all this stuff. So we're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that dog mentality. We're gonna keep that underdog mentality, because even with our accomplishments, trust me, there's a lot of people that don't believe in us and they believe in y'all. So that's why I say it's more pressure on y'all to perform in the playoffs than it is more pressure on us.
Terrence, let me ask you. Hold up, B Clark. I'm gonna come right to you. I want to get somebody else to answer that. Actually, let me ask Timmy. I see you on Giants. Is that true? You're an NFC guy, NFC East. Is it more pressure on the Eagles or the Cowboys to win it all? Who do you think at this stage?
Whoever's on top has the most pressure.
Oh, okay. So
Because it's lonely at the top of the mountain. And Dallas is like near at the top of the mountain, ready to knock off the Eagles out of their pedestal. They come in the fight, but I believe the Eagles gonna come out on top in the Super Bowl. It's a dogfight between them two.
All right, so you think so? Let me get this clear. So you think the Eagles has the most pressure, but you still see them being the one to go represent the NFC in the Super Bowl,
right?
All right.
Right.
All right. So y'all gonna handle the pressure very well, according to
pressure wise, I don't agree, because Cowboys wise, we can be 0-50, 0-30 right now. We have pressure just because we the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Just because we get Dallas Cowboys. So I mean, pressure is not something that we can measure, because the Cowboys always gonna have pressure because of who we are.
That's true.
Right? It's either you love us or you hate us. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? So pressure is out the mix, right? Pressure's out the mix. We got the most pressure. Always.
David
right?
said no, the pressure is on the Eagles and everyone in the AFC. Go ahead, Terrence.
No, the pressure is on it. Hot. They lost the only game. Still out in some areas. You know, like, okay, like having a great season.
Can't hear.
Let's just say for the nose guy.
Headphones, man. We can't hear you with them
Can you hear me?
headphones. Try it again. Yeah, them headphones, man. You know, be too far away from your mouth. Go ahead.
Move the earphones.
Yeah.
Hear me now?
Yeah, you good.
What I was saying is that the pressure is on the Eagles. The Eagles still have some unanswered situations. In my opinion, to be the question mark that the Eagles with, not because of his play. And I believe in my personal happened that y'all take a nose dive. I think that Jay's least in Philly, whatever, is very, very sure of the fact of what, just because of the fact of who he is. So the pressure is on the Eagles, whatever, because of how hot defeated they lost one game, and you know, I mean, I could be wrong, but you know the that you know what I'm saying, I've never seen a situation where they've ever been beat before. You know what I'm saying? So I hear Lamar saying, bro, but y'all know underdogs with one loss. You know what I mean? Y'all know underdogs with no one loss.
You ain't buying it? You not buying it?
Let you try to sell something that they underdogs, whatever. So stop it. Just face it. Hey, the Cowboys is gonna.
I'm not trying to sell nothing. I'm just speaking about what's out there.
Oh, stop it, y'all! Like no.
That's why his mic is cutting out. That's why his mic is cutting out.
Y'all lost one game. You ain't no underdog.
I agree with you, Terrence. I'm not saying it. I'm telling you what's out there.
Hey, look, so
I don't believe nobody on this panel is saying that. I'm just speaking what's out there.
I'm gonna say this, fella, because I gotta log off in a minute.
Yeah, we gotta move to Brittany Griner in a second anyway. Go ahead, sir.
But I think, man, like I said, the three teams in the NFC East. I mean NFC. Myself is Cowboys, 49ers, Eagles, and we're gonna see who's gonna play each other. Christmas Eve is coming soon, sir. Let's get ready. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Hey,
That's right.
have my vocal cords ready. You get your.
Somebody
I'm
gonna
gonna have my rap skills ready if it comes down to that.
We the boys, right?
Listen, Terrence, I got a question for you, bro. I got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Can you say something positive about the Eagles? I haven't heard you say one thing positive about Philadelphia, man. For real. Since we've been doing the show, I've heard B. Clark say something positive about the Eagles. I said something positive about the Cowboys. Have you ever said something positive about the Eagles?
If you ain't,
I said something.
That's a fact.
I'm giving y'all. No, that's a completely.
Look, he choked up. He's choked up.
I've said Jalen Hurts is my man. I said I like Jalen Hurts. I said I like Jalen Hurts. I never said I like organization. I don't like the organization. No sir. But y'all got that's
You don't like the organization, but he like Jalen Hurts.
I like.
Hold on, but did you just say Jalen Hurts was the weak spot on their team?
Thing is that the pressure is on him because if he does mess, then Howard Roseman going.
Who has more pressure, Terrence? Jalen Hurts or Dak Prescott?
Yeah, answer that, T.
Answer that one.
And make sure you don't break up, man. You keep fading in and out.
Dang it. Man,
y'all more pressure. Jalen Hurts
that's
or Dak Prescott?
I will say this, and the reason why I say that is because of this.
No, I don't agree.
Because he hasn't gotten a second contract yet.
No,
if Jalen Hurts was under his second contract, that's different. But Jalen, so the pressure because he's still playing to stimulate himself. Whereas that got that money already.
Good point.
Jalen Hurts.
Good point.
Jalen Hurts has. I say Jalen Hurts has more pressure, and the reason I say Jalen Hurts has more pressure because what creates pressure in the NFL? The media, right? Jalen Hurts is a front runner for the MVP right now. He's all over sports. Yes, he's top 5 guy for the MVP right now.
Wow. Okay.
Right? And so if you look at it, you're going over there, it's all about it, stats, and it's all about I'm on Sports Center every day, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, right? That got his contract. Jalen Hurts don't.
That's even more reasons to perform in the playoffs.
Yeah,
especially when you fail.
Third round contract? What is he? What was he?
He's on a second round contract.
He's still a second round contract.
To me, Jalen Hurts has already proven himself as far as contract wise this year.
Right, which is why he has to play. Which is why he has more pressure to get that second round contract. Hey, look though, fella. Hey, look, I gotta log off though for real.
All right, bro. You got a message before you leave. You got a message from David for you, specifically, B. Clark.
I know he's a monster. I never say he wasn't a monster, but I pressure. Don't get me wrong, he is a monster, and he's ahead in the MVP, just like I said.
Yeah,
and I think he has more pressure because he's playing for the contract more than Dak already has that contract, and Jalen Hurts does not. Jalen Hurts will get that contract, and if you, tell me something wrong, I think Jalen Hurts might win the MVP for real.
We gonna see, but listen, man. If your Cowboys keep putting up 40 points on people, man, I don't know. I don't want to say the offense is better than it was last year because y'all don't have the players, but I don't know how y'all putting them kind of points up. I'm baffled by that. I don't understand it.
Hey, look though. Hey, welcome home, Brittany Griner, man. Much
yes,
love, man.
I just noticed the time. I'm well over my time too.
All right, bro.
But listen. I concur with what my brother just said, man. Welcome home, Brittany Griner.
Yes.
And it's a good move. It's a good move for our country. It's a good move for our country.
Yeah, man. So we gonna transition to that to the Brittany Griner for those that's gonna be on to close out our show. For those that I always do that when we transitioning. For those that don't know, if you've been living under a rock or just haven't been checking on the news, Brittany Griner has been released from the Russian prison that she's been in. The Russia and the U.S. did a prisoner swap.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a questionable one. You know, it's a little
It is.
questionable. You know, I'm happy to see her free. Let me be clear, because on this show we even talked about her. You know, we talked about when she was there and how unfair it was for what she was there for. The trade off is they traded her
The
off
boot
with,
guy.
I'm not even gonna say his name, but with an arms dealer. Who probably got some bodies
The
attached to
merchant
him.
of death.
Yeah, the merchant of death, who's an arms dealer, Russian arms dealer, who probably got some probably have done some things, some really bad things to some people. So, B. Clark, I can't really go to you because you are, you're connected to the.
I can give it though.
Are you sure? I do not want you to get in trouble.
I ain't too far as to not saying the U.S. did not do it. I mean, I ain't gonna go that far. But what I am gonna say is like this, right? So it was gonna happen regardless, right? Russia was gonna get him back regardless. We was gonna trade him back regardless. For who it may be, right? So I think that it is a political strategy, but does it really hurt us? Right? We're the most powerful country in the world.
Are we?
Yes, yes.
Are we?
We don't like. I'm gonna
Do
tell
I?
you right now because I'm in the Navy right now, right? And we take it right now. We can blow any country off the face of the earth right now if we wanted to. If we wanted to, if we really wanted to. So by giving
That's true.
arms dealer, does it really harm us? It does not, right? I would have liked to see if we would have got more people home from Russia that's over there right now, home. Besides Brittany Griner with that trade, I wish we would have got the other guy that was over there. And I think it's two more people over there right now that we should have got home. But
And
they
I
only
think
did
one of
one.
them was a U.S. Marine.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah,
That
it was two
yeah.
over there, right? So we could have got more over there. But if we really wanted to go down deep into it, the U.S. could wipe anything off the earth that we really wanted to wipe off, right? We don't because of political strategy and the way it would go. But hey, it is what it is, man. Welcome home, Brittany. Welcome home, Brittany Griner.
Welcome home. Welcome home.
We can cross the rest of the bridges when we cross the bridge.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. David said, weak move on the US. I wish I had time to talk on the subject. I'm sure you do, but to protect those that are still connected, I don't want y'all getting in trouble.
David,
Good.
we go. That's David. David
I can't go.
Limbaugh Williams. Rush Limbaugh Williams.
Yeah.
Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah.
So Terrence, you're a political activist. All right, my brother. Peace out, man. Good show,
All
brother.
right, Clark.
Oh, man, y'all be safe, man.
You be blessed, bro. Be blessed.
Yes, sir. You too.
Terrence, I want to get your thoughts, and Timmy, your thoughts as well. Care to share? What's your thoughts in regards to this, man?
I am. Here's what I'm going to say. It's my personal opinion is that okay, they locked up for. Was very harsh. Is that it wasn't her first time working in Russia. She knew what she was up against. Her opinion, whatever that the rules are. Like you just said that we traded her for someone else, whatever that is probably linked to hundreds of, you know what I'm saying? And so what are we saying to those families, crimes that he's committed?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like inhuman based upon, Brittany Grimer's life is more important than theirs. Then the other part I'll say to this as well. Go to another country and get someone that has tree. But we have people that have drug offenses right here that have offenses that have this like how is that to happen and then say what she did is fine. Her brother is in jail for almost the same type of crime.
That's very interesting. Ooh, good point. That's a good.
So
that's a good
how
point.
can as a government, you're sending mixed messages in saying that because she is a celebrity, that it's okay. She really is a celebrity or whatever, or really is it about? Because if it wasn't, if it, I don't honestly just about the WNBA. I think it's a part of the other lifestyle and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? That really that has
probably bigger than the
whole
WNBA. Yeah.
It overall situation. I have to question the motive. Is it right? And I have to also say, like, at the end of the day, again, for those people that have been in jail for years for this, what if them families, whatever, and say whatever, let that person out of jail based upon what the president said, that what the president think that it's a very a bad president. All the 9 years she did was again, we can't go to other countries telling them, you know what I'm saying? And when you have people like the Marine that's over there and they come home and they won't not going to let him think, man, that's a touchy subject. And I just think that whatever they look at everything from a certain standpoint. Nah, that to me is wrong. I'm sorry. I did now.
David,
obviously, whatever she got home, whatever, it's cool.
Yeah, I see that. You know, I'm again, we're happy for her. We're just looking at we'll never know the why per se. Like you said, there's a Marine over there. How do you pick and choose who? I don't know. Again, I don't know. I'm happy she's home. I wish he was home as well. Anybody that's anyone that's held captive over there, they need to be home. If it's something that's not an offense that requires them to be over there. You know what I'm saying? So David said, look, let's focus on the state of our country, but I personally don't agree with it. And, you know, obviously that's real personal to him because he has to travel abroad because of his profession and, you know, what he's committed himself to do for his life. So I know for, you know, soldiers and things of that nature, that hit close to home because it's like, I thought y'all don't do that for, you know, I thought y'all don't negotiate. You know what I'm saying?
Terrorists,
right.
Negotiate with terrorists. Yep.
So now it's like there's an exception. So Timmy, as we get ready to close with our 3 minutes, I want to make sure we covered a lot today. Go ahead, Tim. What's your take on you know, the angel of death getting
the
swapped.
merchant
of death getting swapped out, and now he back there to, you know, I'm sure he going home to a grand homecoming. So what's your take on this whole thing?
I believe that the move was not a smart idea. And I believe that once you swap another prisoner for that person to be free, he's going back to his old roots.
100%.
And he knows everything while in the U.S., while he was in prison, and you swapped him for Brittany Griner. That's a bad move.
Dangerous game.
And now you're asking that you cannot pick and choose. You can either choose one or you can't choose more than one people. I believe that Russian is asking for money now to swap another prisoner for the U.S. Marine.
I didn't even think of that. There is probably some behind the scenes conversation that's going on. That's like, listen, we're gonna give y'all up. You know, give her up for him. But anybody else, you never know, man. And it's weird because our relationship with Russia, 1 second it seemed good during the Trump phase, then it ain't good. Like, I don't know what, and I don't know what to believe either at the same time. You know, I ain't gonna get too political because this is not a political show, but you know, this is a young lady that was, you know, couple, not even an ounce. What did she have? She had the residue.
Hashish oil.
Yeah, just like, come on, man. Like that's like
it's illegal in Russia.
I mean,
so Russia
listen, bro,
tolerates a lot of other stuff,
was,
but that's worth getting you locked up for. I'm just saying they tolerate a lot of other stuff.
I mean, think about it. I mean, I remember the weed before it became legal, whatever, in different states, whatever, if you could call that amount of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Be put on probation,
good
lose
point.
your. So I
That's
mean,
a good
like,
point. Like you said, there's some
we
of
got,
them in prison,
we got. I
right
mean,
now, still
it's
serving time for that stuff.
people.
Yep.
How can we pick and choose and say
I
like
don't know.
have been messed up based upon this for smoking weed up and things happen to them, whatever, you know what I mean? So again, I'll sit up here, whatever, and get them. We're going to give them their time back that they serve. We're going to get them rest of saying, if you do it for one, you got to do it for all.
That is true. That is true.
If
And
were you or I,
she tried to smuggle the hashish oil out of that country, which she got caught for.
Yeah.
And the way
Yep.
that for her to be free, she had to give that up. So she left Russia empty-handed.
Listen, as we get ready to close, because we had our 2:30 mark, she she lost a lot of money. Her life got changed. Hopefully, nobody violated her while she was in prison, because that is prison at the end of the day. Hopefully that she, that hasn't happened or anything like that. She's gonna have a book deal, I'm sure, a movie deal. That's a story that's unreal, like that she lived that. So she'll be able to kind of, use that in some sense to talk about it. And I'm sure she'll, I don't know what her debt is to the country after this. It's gonna be kind of interesting because she owes POTUS a lot right now. Like literally your life, literally hands. And he made this decision, Biden, to get you out of here, get you out of there. So, I don't know if she's gonna be the poster child for the I don't know how they're gonna utilize it, but she's indebted to them somehow, some way. So, yep. But listen, man, great show tonight, man. For all of those that happen to come on, we thank you for tuning in with us and rocking with us. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Fanatics Live. Hashtag join the discussion. We broke down Deion Sanders hiring, his impact on college, and made some bold predictions. David feel like he gonna fail. I feel like he is literally the most powerful man in college football. Period.
Deion is buying his time before he go to Florida State.
And Timmy feel
nah,
he
he's
just
not going
buying his time.
to Florida. He's Florida State. That's simply shell. So he not hired him before, whatever. He's not going there.
No, so we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna some people predict he's gonna have a losing season this year. I predict he's gonna have over 500 this year. I think just based on the recruiting that's coming in his way, 1,000 plus transfer portal athletes, which means it's not a lot of spots for incoming high school kids.
It was 17,000.
It's 1,700 now.
17,000.
Only like 1,000 the other day. It's 17,000 transfers now.
No, in the transfer portal, even for the football kids that were still in there. This last off season kids in the transfer portal. It was 6,000 kids left in the transfer portal.
Oh man.
No.
Yeah, so what happens to those kids, man? We can't even unpack it because we so late in the show.
Nothing happens. We have to stay out. That's it. That's it.
Listen, Deion advised his team, said, hey, don't go where the grass ain't greener. I don't advise you. I did see like 3 Colorado players already entered the portal. So the quarterback McCown and a wide receiver, I think it was, and a corner. I think, I know a corner, a quarterback, I know for a fact. They both entered. So we're going to see. I know they got
a corner. I'm gonna just, can I just put this in there real quick?
Yeah, go ahead real quick.
I'm not sure. I am not sure who he's going to be. That because UCLA and USC will be out in 2024. They'll be going to the Big Ten. But you also have to continue to consider in Utah. You're also adding BYU. I think that is going to be different. And the Power 5 is going to have the same reason. Yo, and the freaking daggone Rams.
Yeah, but listen, they gonna have the resources, but like I told them, you missed it because you wasn't on, and it's still my declaration is documented. No coach has the notoriety that he has, the celebrity that he has. So with the resources he has as a celebrity, on top of the resources Colorado's gonna give him, when you put those two together, plus the social media presence that he has for athletes, nobody can compete with that. Everybody else is just coaches. He transcends coach, which I think is why I gave him the title of most powerful coach in college.
To a degree. To a degree, but you got to keep in mind, man, that I have Hall of Fame on their staffs. You have my Hall of Famers on their staff. You have Ed Reed on that staff. So there's a lot of teams that have a lot. I'm just not sure.
Yeah. Remember, he a Hall of Famer. He got NFL connect. He call Jerry Jones whenever he want. He got direct access to make stuff happen. So he's a different
Super Bowl champion.
Super Bowl champion. He checks off all the boxes, so it's gonna make it hard. So we're gonna see. But listen, man, appreciate y'all, man. We are at that time, man. Blessings to y'all. Fanatics Live for the fans, by the fans. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Shout out to everybody that was on, man. Salute to y'all. Y'all have a good one. Next week, I don't know. You said what happened with the Raiders in the Rams game? Say it again. You broke up.
They just lost. They're about to do a touchdown with 15 seconds left.
Oh my goodness.
Hilarious. Ruben said Raiders through the game. Thank you, Terrence and Ruben. David,
somebody's getting fired.
Did too much of this, man. You thought it was a go. Listen, man, Fanatics Live, anything can happen. As you can see, we got David jinxed it. He 1,000% jinxed them. David, you came on here talking spicy. And the Rams listen,
they
man.
shut them down.
Fanatics Live. Y'all be good, man. Blessings.